Neville Tiger Network. Hello, everybody. I'm Stewart Shelby, and I'll be joined by my cohorts, Robert Lane and Jason Ewing, coming up later. But we are in the Jim Taylor Auto Group pregame here on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunny 98.3. Thanks for joining us. Tonight's game features your Neville Tigers hosting the Calvary Cavaliers from Shreveport. Back-to-back weeks, we've battling with some Shreveport foes, identical to weeks 1 and 2 from last year, except this time we're doing it on our home turf. So earlier this week on Tiger Talk, we got to catch up with a couple of with not only Neville Tiger head coach Mike Collins, but also linebackers and assistant strength coach John Cade Lawrence. We're going to show you our interview with John Cade coming up right now. Stick with us here in the Jim Taylor Auto Group pregame show, as we got a lot more to come. So enjoy the interview, and we'll be back. All right, welcome back. Segment 2 coming up for you here on Tiger Talk. This second segment here is brought to you by our good friends at Stat Home Care. Stat Home Care provides compassionate, reliable in-home health services tailored to your needs. We're live at Melvin's, as we are every Wednesday at 6:30. And tonight I'm joined by Neville linebackers coach John Cade Lawrence. And I got it right this time.
Yeah,
the last time you were on, I talked about your brother. I made plenty of name.
I still hear plenty about that. So
I know. I think I
appreciate
he paid
you doing
me to
that
do
for
it.
me.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he did.
Yeah, is what he did.
Money well spent.
Hey, but look, John Cade came to this program a few years ago, and here we are in 2025. This is a young man who played for this program and grew up in this program. And Coach Herndon talked so highly of you last week about dedication, kind of making the commitment to coming back and coaching these young men. And I know that everybody around here is glad to have you. So.
Well, he gives me more credit than I deserve. He's really the one pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
So I appreciate being around him.
Well, let's talk about your linebacking core. We had we were talking about it over the break. You have one of your backers had a lot of experience from last year. One had a little, and then the rest of the guys are fairly new. Why don't you take us through some of your key guys this year?
Yeah, that's right. So senior Dante Matthews, he got to play sparingly last year in parts games where he fit in. He's more of a run stopper than anything else. So games like Ruston and Sterlington, he kind of fit the mold for that. And then we have Jacoby Collins, who started as a sophomore, so he's a junior this year. He wears number 44. He's kind of the quarterback for us out there in the linebacking core anyway. He's the one that's kind of getting guys lined up and really knows the defense. He's almost like our captain out there for the linebackers anyway. So you're going to see a lot of him this year as well. And then a couple young guys that are getting in the mix now. Miles Reichart, he's number 42. You'll see him play a good bit. He rotates in there, especially in third and long, things like that. And then Pace Sclair. So those are 4 guys that we're counting on this year to play big minutes for us and just get better every week. So from week 1 to week 2, we got to clean up a bunch of mistakes. We did some good stuff, but we also got to clean up a bunch of mistakes. So, and then we got some young guys that are, contributing in other ways, like Will Wilkinson and Emery Miniweather. So those guys are learning right now, and that's the biggest thing. They're learning the defense, learning what we want them to do, how to do it. And once they do what they're coached to do, everything's going to be all right.
Well, I mean, when you get down to this defense, it's technicalities will make a difference. That's not
Absolutely.
the right word. But being technical is what you're trying to do. Coach Collins was talking about technique, and, that last week it kind of showed there were guys that were not in the right spot where they needed to be, not where they were coached to be. And then, but once those corrections were made, things kind of got a little bit easier for them.
One of the biggest things in Coach Collins' defense, Coach Wise's defense, is it's a team approach. There's a team approach to tackling. You got to trust that the guy next to you is going to do his job. If you can't trust that guy to do his job, and then other people start mowing each other's grass, that's when we have issues. You got to do your job, and you do it 100%, and you trust the guy next to you is going to do the same thing, and that's when we make plays.
It's forcing people into pressure.
Absolutely.
Doing things. If you got to be in this spot to let this guy make the tackle and then being able to.
If I got the A gap and he's got the B gap, you better trust that he's going to have the B gap and you play your A gap. we both end up in a B gap, we're going to be in trouble.
That's right. So it's just one of those things. It's been successful for many, many years when done correctly. Right?
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. Well, you also been helping out with the strength and conditioning side of things, and that seems to be you've got a gift for that. Talk about maybe your role as it's either been expanding or what you do to help out Coach Herndon there in the weight room.
Yeah, so I just do what I can. Anything that Coach Herndon needs at any time is where I'm trying to get in and get better. Guys like him and Coach Al Miller that I got to spend some time with, especially my first 2 years, have just molded me, helping me understand what we want, what we need to see. I know y'all talked about some of the technology things that we have, but really what gets you to be a better strength coach is surrounding yourself with guys who know what they're talking about and guys who have been through it and seen it. What actually makes an athlete superior to another? How do you develop a kid coming from 8th grade and turn him into 14 to 18 years old? Those are developmental years for guys. And so how do you take a kid that's underdeveloped and turn him into a player by the time he's a sophomore, junior, senior? So, just going in every day, trying to learn something and keeping the kids first.
Well, and it's been a tradition at Neville. You see those kids when they show up as those little wide-eyed freshmen, pre-frosh, and then they turn in, and you look at them 3 or 4 years later, and then it's a totally different
no doubt about
kid, and that's part of the process that you have in here. All right. Well, while we had it, we're gonna let you do a few nice things. Your family's here with you tonight. Why don't you introduce a couple of people?
So I got my
wife,
Sarah Morgan. She's over there with our son, who was born in October. His name's John Michael. My parents are here, Brad and Amy Lawrence, and then my amazing mother-in-law, Susan Civils. So we got the whole crew here tonight.
Well, great job. You passed
everybody, right?
Colors, man. You did.
Okay,
You're just making sure you didn't leave anybody out. Well, look, we're glad to have you here at Neville, and especially and for your family, has got a long history with the Neville Tigers all the way around, and we're just happy to be able to celebrate it here at Tiger Talk. And we thank you for everything that you've done.
Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
All right, everybody. John K. Lawrence. When we come back, we will have, I think, every defensive lineman we got over there. There's a few of them. There's a squad of them. So they're on deck. We'll be talking to 7 guys next week, right? So we'll for our next segment. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be interesting. I can promise you that. All right, folks. We'll be right back. Right after this, you're watching Tiger Talk on the Neville Tiger Network and listening to it on Sunny 98.3.
At Origin Bank, we understand the importance of community. That's why we're committed to the Northeast Louisiana Food Bank, providing meals to 25,000 of our neighbors across 12 parishes. Through their efforts, they provide about 6 million meals a year to those facing hunger in our area. Visit foodbankneedle.org to learn more, sign up to volunteer, or donate to support their mission. Thanks so much to the Needle Food Bank for your community efforts and for partnering with us at Origin Bank.
Hi, I'm Christian Creed with Creed & Creed. Whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, you deserve a team that won't back down. So if you've been injured in an accident, make the right call to your local legal team at Creed & Creed and let us help you win today. Let's go Tigers, and remember, home field advantage matters. Call Creed & Creed today. Proudly serving our great community for over 30 years. We are your local injury attorneys.
Everyone deserves a beautiful smile, and at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics, we're here to help you achieve just that. Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson have over 50 years of combined education and experience and use advanced modern technology to provide high-quality care for all of our patients. We prioritize outstanding customer service and work hard to make every patient feel comfortable and confident in their treatment. Whether you're a child, a teenager, or an adult, we've got you covered. So why wait? Call us today to schedule your appointment and start your journey towards a beautiful, confident smile with Caples & Robinson Orthodontics.
At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We've reached our final segment here on Tiger Talk, and we're here live at Melvin's Restaurant like we are every Wednesday night at 6:30. But we'd also like to thank one of our fourth quarter sponsors. This is another good guy, Joey Trappe, and his team over there at Traps and the Field House. So another good place. Yeah. A couple of them in here that support local athletics, right, just like this place, Melvin's, as well. So he's definitely former ULM player and just an all-around good guy. So we thank him for his sponsorship of Tiger Talk here. All right, Coach. You know, we've been Shreveport teams have come in here. Calvary was a late replacement last year.
Yeah.
And we went over there. I believe that was because Southside had to.
Something Southside
was going on.
There was a hurricane.
Hurricane. That's right. That's right.
They would not let them travel or do anything, and obviously you don't blame them. I mean, got a hurricane coming, so they're trying to get prepared. They're trying to evacuate, trying to figure out where it's going to be and all that. So, anyway, just so happened that Coach Guin and them were playing Westgate,
and they got
they got canceled. And they're, Southside and Westgate are about 10 miles apart. So anyway, Rodney called and said, "Hey, Coach, you guys want to play?" And I said, "We need a game. We'll play."
Yeah.
And so then we got together after the season was over, and I called Coach Curtis at Southside, and then he called the coach at Westgate, and we just kind of got it all worked out where those two weren't going to play each other with the old staffs at the school. Mm-hmm. They didn't, whatever reason, they weren't going to play each other. So anyway, we worked it out, and they're going to play each other, and then us and Calvary are going to continue to play. So, I mean, Rodney is a really, really good football coach. Did a great job at Houghton for years.
Yeah.
He retired from the public school system and, is now at Calvary and, has coached some really good players and continues to coach some really good teams and players. And they do a fine job over there and, in Shreveport. And then one of my ex-players is the defensive coordinator there, Mark Miller. And Mark was a really good player for me at Monroe. And so he's the defensive coordinator and does a good job there with their defense. So, it's kind of funny, we've 2 weeks in a row now, two of my ex-players, both linebackers, are both defensive coordinators at the two schools that we're playing against. So, it's kind of fun to see those guys and see them, in the profession. That's what makes me the proudest is that they're in the profession and, at their particular school. And, glad to see those guys doing this.
They're doing well. Calvary, a perennial powerhouse there
right.
In the 2A level, but, I mean, that's really not it. We saw that with last year. It was a 42-38 win, a game that went back and forth. You had, in fact, the young man, the head coach there at Huntington, his son was the running back that was a commit to Texas.
That's right.
And he's gone.
John Simon's son.
And then Abram Mardell was, I believe, the quarterback.
He was.
Who's gone. And then they had the receiver. That was Louisiana Tech.
Yep, he did.
They get a transfer in from Captain Shreves.
They're Captain Shreves starting quarterback. Yeah,
if you know, this is Captain Shreve who beat Ouachita last year, who had a decent run in the playoffs. Calvary is no slouch for a 2A team, and they run an up-tempo offense, and definitely going to be a challenge for you.
They don't have 2A players.
That's right.
Let's put it like that.
That's right.
They got good football players. They're well coached, that's the thing that is helps us, I think, down the road. We're playing very, very good teams. I don't care what level they're at. We're playing the best at their level. And, it helps us down the road because, we're having to play 4 full quarters, in every ball game. So I think it gets us prepared for our district, which is obviously, again, I'll say it a million more times, the toughest district in the state. And, and then they're a tremendous opponent. And, we'll have to play well. We'll have to clean up mistakes. We can't have nearly the penalties that we had in the ball game. Another thing that set us back, anytime you start behind the sticks and on offense, it just makes it tougher and tougher. it's hard enough to move the football anyway, but then when you make mistakes and that adds to it, it exasperates the whole problem, and it's tough. So we got to clean that up, and then, we've got to clean up a couple of defensive things, defensive mistakes that we made that cost us penalties. Worked really hard with our two corners, this week of, we say don't panic, whenever the ball's thrown deep. Just you got to read the receiver's eyes and his hands and understand when you're in phase and when you're out of phase. And Coach Campbell and Coach Cole done a great job of those guys this week of, working those things and working those reps so that we can cut out the pass interference calls that we had. It's just going to happen, because we play aggressive football, and those things are going to happen. You know it. Well, we try to make sure that they don't, but, there are times when they do. And, and so just one of those things. And then, then I can't get a penalty on the sideline either. So
out there tripping those side judges.
Well,
it was we were talking about it in the booth. It was maybe the first game I've ever seen where you had penalty, like two of those calls on either side, and we looked at it. It was incidental. It was not. It was nothing intentional or malicious or anything else. But it's definitely a rarity that you see. But they were week one for everybody.
Well, I think the thing about it is it's like I called the head of officials. I said, okay, what constitutes a warning compared to the penalty? And he said, Coach, if he touches you, it's a penalty. It's a penalty,
and it's a safety issue for the officials and for everybody else.
Well,
to some measure.
Go back and look at it.
I'm just the point of the point of the rule. But
it
yes,
is.
I mean, both, and the one for you,
it is,
and the one against there, it was both just kind of. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Maybe it's something that they're trying to look at a little bit.
Yeah,
further.
It is. And so, I just got to do a better job of figuring out where, and I've tried to stay behind the ball in that way. The only way it gets me is if it's a change of possession.
Exactly.
Turnover. Just so happened Greg was on our sideline. I was trying to get him lined up, and I guess I got out there too far.
Hey, well.
It is what it is, so.
Well, Coach, it worked out all right last week, and we'll work on that too. We talk about adjustments, right?
Yeah,
we got to make some adjustments there on the Neville sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Coach, we got a lot of stuff, but before we do, let's talk about our Origin Bank players of the game.
Well, we had Jamarian Robeson, our offensive player of the game. J. Rob, scored 3 touchdowns. Ran for 100-something yards.
Yeah.
Did a tremendous job. Catches the ball out of the backfield. He does a lot of everything. And then Malik. I can't say enough about Malik. I think he had 5 solos, 3 assists.
Numerous pressures.
I think 3 hurries. Yeah. I don't know. Stats can go on and on, but he had a lot to do with us disrupting the timing of the quarterback and his ability to be able to throw the ball. So. Again, pleased with him just because of the way he practices. He practices like he plays. And, again, that's what we try to get everybody to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be a good one coming up here this Friday night. Got a lot of things going on up at the school. I know we're selling tickets. Yep. We'll be out there tomorrow. Tell everybody.
Selling tickets from 4 to 7 at the ticket office. What we're trying to do is cut down a line. I heard there was a line on Friday night, and so we don't want that to happen again. So we'll sell tickets from 4 to 7 at the ticket booth there on the end of the stadium. Then Friday morning, we'll sell them from 8:30 to 10:30.
Right after the pep rally.
Right after the pep rally. Miss Pam Jones, who does a tremendous job for us in the season tickets. Miss Kathy Hart, I think both of them are here tonight.
Yeah,
they always come. And they do a great job for us. And they work for nothing. So,
that's a heck of a deal. And they do a great job. The ladies and everybody that's involved.
They only sell on Fridays. Last week our school board took up money at the game, and they'll do it again this week. Handled the money at the game. So, again, that's what we'll sell. We're trying to eliminate any kind of line that you might have. So we're selling tickets from 4 to 7 on Thursday it's a ticket booth.
Yeah, well, okay, Coach, let's see. Pep rally, I think the theme is Under the Sea, if you're out there watching that. So get whatever you can do with all of that. I know that
look,
it's ready to go.
I
don't know.
I don't care what it is.
Before we go,
Awesome.
I want to talk about last week and the Hollywood deal. And I don't know if y'all caught this, but it was a heck of a clip, and it's going to be a meme for a while. I know your players have passed this around, but a heck of a job on the talent show, walking out with the Bengals. You know, how did they talk you into doing that? Or what did they hold over your head?
Miss Jessica Smith owes me big time for that. 100%.
Well, you did a good job.
I did, didn't I?
I thought you did. It's always good to have a little fun, especially here in those pep rallies. And if you had never been to one, you need to get to one. They start at 7:40.
They do
there, and they got plenty of room up there in the balcony. So,
they do. Our whole spirit group. I'm talking about the band, the Bengals, the cheerleaders, the Tigerettes. You know, everybody that's involved in that whole scenario. They just do a tremendous job for us. Period. All our spirit groups do, not only at the pep rally, but at ball games and everything else. And you know, I couldn't be more proud of them. You know, Mike Tabone is our new band leader. He's done a tremendous job with our band as well. And, you know, I mean, it takes everybody to make the production, and they do a tremendous job with all of it.
Well, they definitely do. Check one out if you can make it. If not, you can watch it right here on the Neville Tiger Network. All right, Coach, great job. Good luck this week Friday night versus the Calvary Cavaliers. We want your rear ends in the seats and to be loud here this Friday night. Support these young men and women and everybody else that puts on football Friday nights here at Bill Ruple Stadium. Thanks for your time, and thanks to Melvin's Restaurant for always being a gracious host with their staff. I appreciate everybody who's come out, and we'll see you Friday night when we're back on the air on Sunday 98.3 in the Neville Tiger Network for Neville versus Calvary. That's at 7 o'clock. Good night, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed those couple of interviews. Always good to talk to these Neville coaches, and we're glad you got to see it here on the Jim Taylor Auto Group pregame show. We've got a nice picture of the Tiger Spirit Group. Says Calvary takes the field, going to the opposite sideline. Once again, we welcome you here to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Stewart Shelby, Robert Lane, and Jason Ewing going to be with you tonight on the call of this Neville versus Calvary matchup. And Robert, we were talking all week about some of the things that the Tigers might need to fix based off of the Week 1 victory, a thrilling one if you were here to see it or watch it with us, 33-32 over the Evangel Eagles. And now Calvary comes back in. We'll talk about them a little bit, but like Coach Collins wants is the motto this year is it's all about us.
Right.
Us. Yep. What do they have to do to get better from Week 1 to Week 2?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, first live game of the year last week against a really good Evangel football team. They're going to go on and do a lot of good things with the quarterback they have in Pop Houston. But it is about us, and hopefully we are able to get the things corrected we need to. That was special teams. Had some good things that showed up. We ran back a punt that was a difference in a game.
Blocked the potential game-winning field goal.
That's right. Blocked 2 other PATs.
And had a punt inside the 5.
That's right. So did some wonderful things, but we also did some bad things.
That's right.
Snaps, holds, kicks, little things that we got to clean up. And then offensively, it's the snaps.
Yeah.
And that's things that happen. It's game speed. You don't get the game speed in practice, so hopefully we've got that under control.
Well, here come the Tigers out of the Tiger Tunnel as we're about 6 minutes away from kickoff here at Bill Ruple Stadium. But as we go into that, you know, Coach Collins had some praise for, I mean, you got down your 3rd and 4th string center. In fact, that 4th string center, Davis Doobie, I believe, is getting the start tonight. I do know that on the offensive line, I believe Nick Ochoa is getting back. He's going to be at the left guard. Benny McNabb moves to right guard. He still has that injury, wrist injury, preventing him. He's the starting center.
The starting center, yeah.
All right, so maybe hopefully shore up that line a little bit. from week 1 to week 2, and then had a couple of injuries as well that they're dealing with, one of which might be at the quarterback, that Park Robinson's probably going to get a little rest here in game 2.
Yeah, got a little banged up. That was a physical game last week with Evangel, and we got to come out hot tonight. Get over that win's over with. Come out, play hard tonight.
All right, we're going to take about a 1-minute break. We'll come back after the moment of silence and the national anthem, but we'll get you the coin toss. Stay with us here on Sunday 98.3 in the Neville Tiger Network.
Catherine Joyce, Neville High School class of 1998, Sparks customer. Go Tigers!
Amaya Dawson, Neville High School class of 2019, owner of a Nissan Sentra from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Will Shelby, class of 97, Sparks GM, Titan driver. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Nice round of applause for the Neville High School Marching Band as they finish up our national anthem. All right, welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. We are in the Jim Taylor Auto Group pregame. Captains coming across the field for Calvary is number 18, Will Mary. I believe number 8, that's Luke Miller, and number 58, Cooper Thomas. For the Tigers, it's a defensive line. Number 1, Keontae Kiki Harris. Also number 9, Malik Grayson. You got number 67, Benjamin Burkett, and then number 91, Chase Williams, Josh Bias, Isaac Brooks, and Jordan Fobbs White.
What's your call?
Go down for the coin toss.
It's heads. You want to defer to second hands. What do you want? What do you want to do? Your option is take the ball or kick. Which way? Take the ball, right? Which way you want to kick? You want to kick that way? Turn your back.
All right, thanks, Jason, for getting that coin toss for us. Tigers win the toss and they defer. Calvary will receive the opening kickoff as Calvary will be running from south to north. That's right to left on your radio dial here, but towards Forsyth, the Tigers will be defending the video board end. So as the Tigers, who ran out in all gray tonight, gray tops, gray bottoms, and the black helmets, Calvary in all white with some yellow numbers. We're going to try to make sure we can see them for you here tonight, so bear with us on that. Tigers got to clean up some of those penalties. They had 8 for around 85 yards, and there was a few that were declined due to certain situations, but we're talking about cleaning up some things. And but before we get going, as we step out of the Jim Taylor Auto Group first half, as we await the kickoff for the Sleepy Hollow Furniture first half. The Sleepy Hollow there on the corner of Louisville, 9th and Louisville. Sleepy Hollow Furniture. Discover stylish comfort at Sleepy Hollow Furniture on the corner of 9th and Louisville, your home for quality furniture and great savings. And also our first quarter sponsor is Cartown. Cartown is a proud partner of the Neville Tiger Network. Visit Cartown in Monroe today for the best selection, unbeatable prices, and friendly service you can trust. We're about ready to crank it up here at Bill Ruple Stadium. Calvary sends a couple deep. One of them is Braylon Hugland. And that is Sorrell set to kick it off. That's River Sorrell for your Neville Tigers.
River did a great job last week of being able to kick the ball in the end zone. I think they were able to return the first kick of the game, and after that, he put every one of them deep in the end zone. So see what we can do right here. Start this game off.
A muggy night here at Bill Ruple Stadium. Not much wind, and we're underway. The kick from Sorrell is going to be returned, taken in at the 3 by the return man. He is fighting for yardage. He's out across the 20, out to the 24-yard line, and they might say the 25. Either way, nice coverage by the Neville special teams, and Calvary will take over on their first possession of the night.
Yeah, Neville defense last week against Evangel came out a little slow. We gave up 14 points on the first 2 drives, 2 scores on the first 2 drives, and then they woke up and they played great the rest of the game. Stopped a high-powered Evangel offense and held them in check for most of the night, the rest of the night.
Well, another high-powered offense as Hudson Price, the sophomore quarterback, comes in with the start for Calvary. He's got a single back beside him. He's going to hand it to him, and that back has not much room to run, has maybe a yard on first down. And that's going to be it. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Tigers. I'm trying to get the number. Jason's going to have to help us. That running back's number.
I think it's number 1.
No, 1 was split out.
No, 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
4.
It's 4. Yeah. Zarian Miles back there. 1, Hugland. I'm probably butchering that, is out here. And also he's right beside him is a senior receiver, Brent Bigelow, to the near side. They're going to bring Hugland in motion towards the center and just crosses all the way to the other side. There's Price looking to throw. He's taking a deep ball down the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Greg Price was in coverage step for step. Hugland was looking maybe for a little tug as Greg Smith had turned around at least for the football.
Yeah,
got away with one.
Ball was really underthrown, and the receiver's trying to come back to the ball. It makes it tough on the defensive back, and I think we did get away with a little bit of a pull, but as the receiver was trying to come back, ball was just was 10 yards underthrown.
All right, 3rd down and 9 for Calvary. They split 3 wide to the Neville sideline. Once again, back to pass is Price. He's going to be bottled up, sacked. Loss of about 3 on the play, all the way back to the 24-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 11, and Calvary is going to have to punt the football away.
Jaden Reed did a great job right there. He came off the corner, off the short side of the field, blitzing, and then he folded back underneath just by feel right there. He just feels the game, and he jumped up and was going to block the pass. Quarterback pulled it down, and he was able to get the sack.
It looks like number 1 back there to punt. It's going to be Caden Jones back to.
It's 11.
Oh, and that's an 11. Here you go. No return here. Nice Calvary bounce as number 11, that's Ty Knight. His punt hit the ground around the 41, but bounced down to the 27, and that's where the Tigers will take over their first possession, and out walks number 12, that's sophomore Matt Williams, the JV quarterback. We saw Parker Robinson fight through a little injury last week and finish that football game, but they're going to try to give Parker some rest in week 2, and Williams is going to lead the charge for the Tiger offense here. He's got Jamarian Roberson to his right side, 2 receivers out to the far side. They're going to turn and hand it to number 3, and he's got nothing doing. He's going to lose a yard back to the 26-yard line. Not much doing there on the right side on that one.
No, we were very soft on the right side of the offensive line right there. Allowed way too much penetration. Got a man that went down right here late for Calvary.
I think that, did I see number maybe 16? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
18.
18, yeah.
That's 18. That's one of the captains.
Yeah, he got knocked silly.
Will Mary is a strong safety.
Yeah, dealing with his ankle down here is what it looks like. He didn't want to give it up.
Well, they've got an injury timeout here early. And Robert, we can kind of get more into what the Tigers are looking to do with the sophomore Williams.
Yeah.
A good player, good athlete. He was a heck of a quarterback for the freshmen last year and has been leading that JV squad.
Yeah.
But only one JV game this year.
Right. He hadn't had much time this year, but he's a good player. He looks good. He's tall. Got a good arm. I was watching him warm up, and what you want to see is a guy like this just go operate the offense. You know, you may not be able to do everything that Parker has been able to do just because Parker's got some games under his belt. But go out here, be aware of the clock, get the play called, communicate with your guys, get your guys lined up, and be able to run the play. And you got to be able to rely on your offensive line in games like tonight.
Yeah.
They're going to have to step up. And we saw last week against Evangel, you know, they've got some growing to do also. And so, you know, we just got to keep getting better each week.
Well, that injured player, Will Mary, is up and walking off under his own power. That's good to see. Just underway here for Bill Ruple Stadium. We're here live from the Family Solutions broadcast booth. 9:52 remaining in the first quarter of play. Still no score here as Neville is on their first offensive possession there. Defense forced a 3 and out, and now they're facing, the Tiger offense is facing 2nd and 11. Looks like we've got Desi Bird to the right side, and they're going to hand it to Roberson, and another loss on the play as Calvary, this time they tried the left side, and Calvary had penetration in the backfield, and the Tigers moving backwards here. 3rd down and 15 now. Ball is placed at the 22, and with Williams back there, do you think the Calvary defense is just thinking run, and sending everybody?
We're just getting beat one-on-one is what it is up front. We've got to win our one-on-ones on the offensive line.
3-man front. Williams looking to throw, and he's going to tuck it and run. He's got made a cut, and he slides down at the 31-yard line is where they say he's going to start, but not enough for the first down, and the Tigers' first possession is going to end with the punt team coming out.
Hey, but really good job right there by the young quarterback. It's 3rd and long. He escapes the pocket. He gets down. That just added to the punt right there. We've got our first series under our belt. We can go over here and talk about it and get back regrouped.
Brian Alvernia set to punt it away, and they're going to do a fake. They snap it to the up back. That's Hart, and he is going to be ripped down at around the 30-yard line. They tried something cute, and it didn't work. Calvary will take over with great field position at around the, what are they going to mark it? The officials are discussing something. Was there a flag on the play? I don't see one. Now the official will go to the mic.
Prior to the kick, we got legal substitution on the kick. Receiving team.
Wow, they had 12.
Well, that should be a first down. Well, the 5 yard. They had a legal substitution on Calvary. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it was 4th and 6, so it's going to be 4th down and 1. And they waved the flag off. There was 11. There was a flag back here in the back. Yeah. So now the Tiger defense has got to come out there.
So they need, so it's
the special teams needs to get out. It's Calvary's ball, and they placed it at the Neville 27-yard line. And the Tigers tried to throw a little wrinkle in there, snapped it to the up back Hart, and still penetration. And good job by the Calvary punt defense team being prepared for that.
Well, and it's showing you got faith in your defense as a coaching staff.
Yeah,
doing that backed up on your own, 25-yard line.
Well, here's Price. He moves his tight end over to the right side. That's number 44, Brady Martinez. Now he's going to move him back as the sophomore Price calls for the football. He's going to turn, and he's going to roll out. There's a flag, and they blow this play dead. Looks like Calvary might have got off a little bit fast, and they did. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Put the ball back to the 32-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 15 for the Cavs.
Yeah, didn't see who jumped right there, but they were going play action and had the quarterback out on the edge with a chance to throw it or run it.
All right, they step off the 5, and Now 1st and 15 for the Cavaliers. This is a game last year, Robert, that was a good 42-38, and the Tiger defense once again got a stop there at the end to preserve that victory. But Calvary's a good football team, not your typical 2A program. All right, Price back. They come with the blitz, picked up, and Price has to escape the pocket. He's run out of bounds at around the 36-yard line. So technically a sack as they lose about 4 yards on that one. It's going to make it 2nd down and 19 now for Calvary.
Yeah, we brought both our inside backers right there through the A gaps, and they actually X'd. We just showed it a little too early. You'd like to be able to time that up on the snap and come from depth, and they were able to block us, but it allowed the quarterback to get out of the pocket, but he still had to take the sack by running out of bounds.
Clock stop with 8:19 to go here in the first. Still no score. Price looking to the right, throws a swing pass out, and he's got it complete for a decent little game. The Tigers converged on him. I believe that was Dante Matthews as one of the Tigers in there on that. You'll check it out here on the Creed and Creed replay.
Yeah, really good job by Juju right there, out in space, being blocked. He used his leverage to force the ball back inside, and he still fell in and made the tackle, but he forced the ball back to his guys, creating a 3rd and long right here.
It was a gain of 4, got that lost yardage back on that previous play. 3rd down and 15 from the Neville 32-yard line. Don't know about Calvary's kicking game. I think they kicked a field goal there in Oak Grove. Beat the Oak Grove Tigers 30-7 last Friday. Calvary. Price looking back, and the pocket collapses, and a couple of big bodies have got on him. That's Kiki Price, and I believe Jordan Fobbs White. Is that 90 or?
Yeah, number
99 or 90. Yeah, James Johnson and Kiki got in on that one. So now 4th down, they lose a yard on that sack. I believe that's technically the 3rd sack, I believe, for the Neville defense. And the offense is going to stay out there for Calvary. 4th down and 16 coming up from the Neville 33-yard line.
Got to expect them to take a shot right here. Need to rush the passer.
Trips receivers here to the near side, and they're going to call a timeout. 6:44 remaining in the first. No score. Timeout on the field. We'll take 1, 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football. When hunger hits, head to Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe. Whether it's burgers hot off the grill, crispy tots, or a classic cherry limeade, Sonic has the flavor you love. Fast, fresh, and made just the way you like it. And Sonic is proud to continue their support of Neville High School, standing behind our Tigers both on and off the field. So swing by Sonic on North 18th Street today, where great food and community spirit come together. Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. 4th down coming up for the Cavaliers. And let's see if they swap out personnel. I don't think so. That's 12 trotting back out there. Now it's 4th down for the Cavs. Price looking to throw, and they're going to do the draw play, and the Tigers sniff it out. Great job by Malik Grayson and James Johnson, who didn't get fooled, and they stayed in their gap, and they were able to make the tackle on Zyron Miles. So turnover on downs, and the Tigers will have it at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, really good job right there. And that's, you go for it on 4th down by fake punting. You have faith in your defense. If you don't get it, you're going to get a stop, get the ball back right where you left off, and we got to go to work as an offense.
All right, Williams back out there. They're going to hand it to Roberson. And this time he's got some positive yardage. First time we've seen that outside of the quarterback run, out to the 40. Gain of 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd down and 7. Tigers moving fast. Williams throws it out to Bird, and Bird can't have it. They kind of had that set up. Sledge was setting that block.
Yeah.
But, we saw Bird drop a pass there early in that last game, but came up with some huge catches for the Tigers for the rest of the way. Hopefully we see something similar here this evening.
Another young sophomore.
That's right.
You know, he's out here.
Sophomore to sophomore.
Competed his tail off last week and, dropped that ball there, but hopefully we can get him going.
3rd and 7. Clock stopped with 6:17 to go here. Williams going to roll to his right. He's got a man open, and that's Bird. He goes right back to him, and he's got the catch and the first down all the way out to the 39-yard line of Calvary. That's the first Sonic drive-in on North 18th Street, first down of the night.
Great job by the offensive line of being able to seal the edge, letting our quarterback get outside and make a good throw right there on the run. Tigers
going tempo. They hand it to Roberson, and he makes a cut at the line of scrimmage and gets a nice gain on first down out to the 34, gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5, but we've reached the first hydration timeout of the game. 5:59 to go in the first, still no score. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football.
At Marion State Bank, we're committed to the growth of our community, starting with education. From elementary to high school and beyond, we invest in the growth of our students. Because strong roots begin with empowered minds. From local classrooms to high school athletics and supporting college dreams. Marion State Bank, rooted in education and local athletics. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Tigers facing a 2nd down and 5, and they're going to get it right there as they draw the Cavaliers offside, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, we had a receiver move, but I think he was.
Now they're going to talk about it. Man, we had a lot of conversations amongst the officials here.
Yeah, I mean, they moved at the same time. I don't know
what's going to come out of this.
Yeah.
The official initially signaled offsides against the defense. Yep. Encroachment by the defense. That's going to give the Tigers their 2nd first down of the night. First downs, yeah, you see that right there as Zaylen Young did jump, but the guy was already in the neutral zone.
Did they move the sticks? Or we're a second
It
short?
should be a first down. Well,
let's see.
They're going to have
first down. Yeah, he just
about to say. I mean, it's at the 29.
Yeah.
Started on the 39. The ball's on the 29. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers. Now Williams has Blackston to his right, getting his first action early here in this one. Snaps back. Williams looking to throw. He's going for the deep ball. He's got Zaylen Young, and he just overthrew him by a couple of inches as Zaylen couldn't come up with it. They had the shot they wanted, and the sophomore's pass was just out of the reach.
Yeah, Calvary brought an extra man from the field out on the outside. You can see here he came free and had to get rid of the ball just a little early, and it was almost a great throw and a great catch, just a little overthrown.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Williams, snap is actually off the foot of Roberson, and it kind of bounces forward. Fortunately, Roberson was able to fall onto it, so no gain on 2nd down, and 3rd down and 10 now for the Tigers. And the ball is at the Calvary 29-yard line. Clock running, 5:35, 33 and counting here in the first quarter. Still looking for the first points of the ball game here. Williams looking to throw, looking left. He's got a man. He throws it into double coverage, and it is fortunately incomplete as that was, I saw the out route.
Yeah, it was
the
open.
Deep out was open, and nobody there. But Tigers fortunate for that to get to the deal. And now it's 4th down for the Neville Tigers. 4th and 10, they're going for it from the 29. Calvary seems to be like just rotating there.
Yeah, you got Zeeland down here in the slot, one-on-one. I'm taking that mismatch.
They got Bird, and they throw it short to the 25, and that's going to be it, as the Tigers are going to turn it over on downs. And you know, Robert, a sophomore quarterback coming in here, not knowing.
It's moving fast.
And getting it there. He completes the pass, but the throw was short of the line to gain, and Calvary Cavalier was right there to
and
tackle Desi Bird.
Right there, it's 4th down. You got to find your mismatch and go to it. You can't throw it short of the sticks right here. And you live with throwing it to your mismatch. If he catches it, if it's pass interference, you got a 1st down.
Yeah.
But you can't give him a chance to make the tackle 5 yards in front of the sticks. So it's a coaching
moment.
Yeah, it's a teaching moment.
Teaching moment. Okay, well, Tigers thwarted again on their 2nd drive. Calvary's going to take over on their own 25-yard line. Price calling for the football. They're going to run a little sweep, and that ball, the Tiger players' helmets come off as the running back Miles broke a couple of tackles and was able to get out to the 30, a gain of 5 on 1st down, and Jay Reed was the Tiger player whose helmet pops off. He's got to come out for a play.
They make helmets different. I've never seen so many helmets pop off in my entire life.
Well, most of the time back in the day, your chin strap was rusted on.
You
could barely get it off yourself.
You couldn't click it in.
Yeah, that's right. If you got it in, you weren't taking it off. 2nd down and 5 now from the Calvary 30. Price brings Hughlin across the formation once again. Now they got 2 receivers to each side. Miles in the backfield. Price looking to throw. He's got a man and complete. I believe that's Obi, maybe the defensive back, and has made the tackle, but Calvary has gotten its first down as that ball was complete out to the 42-yard line. Calvary running tempo. They're going to hand it to Miles, and he runs right into the outstretched arms of Kiki Harris, and then the linebackers finish him off as Jacoby Collins got in on that one as well. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 now for Calvary.
Yeah, good job by the defensive line right there. Again, winning their one-on-one, getting penetration, and stopping this run game for Calvary.
All right, Price has it. Play action, and the pocket collapses, and the Tigers collapse on him as Jacoby Collins, and I believe that might have been Miles Reichart in there. Get the Tiger, I believe that's their 4th sack of the evening.
Yeah, that was the
all the way back to the 29-yard line, 3rd and long.
The whole defensive line and maybe a linebacker were there just after the ball was snapped.
And you're seeing all this replays. That's the Creed and Creed replay. Celebrating 30 years of fighting for injured clients. Creed and Creed injury attorneys. Call now for a free consultation. We don't get paid unless you do. Thanks to Christian Creed for all he does for the Neville Nation. 3rd and long, and the Tigers are going to jump across. That's Malik Grayson. Got a little aggressive. He had his ears pinned back. That's going to give the Cavs 5 and make 3rd down and 18, 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, the defensive line, they taste a little blood getting to the quarterback like that, and then you go hard count, and, it's hard to hold your water. And we just jumped, creating giving them a free 5 yards. Got to come up big here on this 3rd and long.
Empty backfield for Hudson Price. He drops. He's going to run for it, and he slides down quickly at the 35. They're going to say he started at the 34. 4th down and 13. No gain on the play, and the Cavaliers are going to have to punt.
Yeah,
if you came for a wide open offense, it hadn't started just yet.
No.
Here at this one. It's still 0-0, clock running, about 2.5 minutes to go in the first.
2 possessions by both teams.
Yeah, no points.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know if we got a shot of the return man. I don't know if that's still KJ. Snap is back. The punt is away. It's a high punt, but it's going to be
Peter.
out of bounds at the Neville 39-yard line. And that was 24 back there for the Tigers. That was Noah Newbill was the return man on that one.
Yeah, and that's nothing scarier than a bad punt. When you're receiving the punt, you're blocking.
Yeah.
And what
you don't want to get blocked into the ball.
Yeah, you heard the sideline. It's Peter, and your job is to stop what you're doing, look up, and find the ball and get away from it.
You know what we hadn't done? We haven't checked in with our Marion State Bank sideline reporter, Jason Ewing, but we will here coming up after this play.
I'm
and
just
this is
down here
Goins.
holding water.
Goins is in, the freshman. We saw him warming up a little bit last week. So C.J. Goins getting his first varsity action, and they pitch it out to Blackston. And the Cavaliers are there. I mean, the Cavaliers have been in the backfield a lot here early on in this one. Jason, you seen the same thing? What's going on?
Yep, same exact thing down here. The Cavaliers' defensive line's just kind of manhandling the offense right now.
Another handoff. This is to Blackston, and he's going to be stopped with a minimal gain, maybe a couple, and that's going to be it. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 for the Tigers.
As an offensive lineman down here, you're trying to make your man move against his will, so it's difficult. But
Calvary's running a 3-man front.
They are,
and they're rotating,
outnumbered.
and they're they're selling out on some sides here. It's kind of interesting watching them move around a lot.
Yeah, we're just not staying on our blocks. We're getting beat, and we're not getting up to the backers. They're running through and making the tackles.
Here's the snap. They're going to hand it. No, this was a read option, and Blackston keeps it, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. But, I mean, there's no running room as everybody's in the backfield. And the Tigers, once again, are going to have to punt the football as no gain on that play. 4th down and 13, and the Tigers are empty. It's 3 possessions each now.
All 11 from the Cavaliers are within a 10-yard box from the line of scrimmage right now.
Daring you to throw it. Back deep for Calvary, I believe that's 8, Luke Miller. That's Alvernia to punt it. There's the snap back from Shelby. The punt is away, and nice punt by Alvernia as it going to be down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So, Robert, they were listening to you. You angle it away from the return man, and the punt return team was there to get it. And field position game here early. 24 seconds remaining here in the first, and Calvary will take over from their own 18 for their 4th possession of the night.
Well, and what I will say is that it's okay for a defensive guy to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
We can pick up a fumble, create a fumble, pick it up, and go score, or get a pick 6 to get some points on this board.
Wait a second.
Get going.
There's a flag on the play.
Okay.
I missed that flag. Let's see if we can get some help from our PA team. A legal formation on the Tigers. So we look here on the replay. I didn't see anything illegal. But
no. It was a very delayed penalty too.
There was one they didn't know about. All right, so I said a lot to get back here. We back it up 5, 4th down and 18. The ball is at the Tiger 32. Alvernia is standing at the 18-yard line. There's the snap. Once again, Alvernia, this time a nice spiraling kick towards the middle of the field, and it's not going to get inside the 20, but another decent kick from Alvernia. It'll be down at the 30. So that's a 12-yard difference. And now 12 seconds remain here in the first quarter, and Calvary's offense will retake the field.
Yeah, got to come out here and play defense. Let's keep doing what we've been doing. We've been pressuring the quarterback. We've stopped their run game. Let's don't give up a big play and give them the momentum.
Comes Price and his crew. Looks like that's number 6 in the backfield now. Looked like number 6. That would be J.K. Morgan. He's listed as a tight end and inside linebacker. They're going to turn. They're going to hand it to the big guy. And he's barreling forward, finally down to the 38. It's going to be 2nd down and 2, but that's going to be the final play here in the Cartown first quarter. We've played one, no score here from Bill Ruple Stadium. Neville nothing, Calvary nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds with second quarter action. Stay with us.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we are done.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes, sir. Miss Gwen's gonna get you all seated and ready to roll. Nothing to eat or drink for 3 to 4 hours.
Come on, Doc. I was hoping to get myself some po' boys and tamales.
No, Mr. Mayor, you can't do that. But if you could, where would you go?
We gotta go see Chris Lewis at Coney Island Connection.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, where you get more than just a chili cheeseburger and a chili cheese dog. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Right here at Coney Island Connection.
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, we bring our A-game every day, delivering a home run experience for you. Like the thrill of sinking the game-winning shot or finding just the right vehicle for you. Whatever drives you when you shop with Jim Taylor, we put you in the starting lineup. Visit us online at jimtaylorbuickgmc.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
All right, welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. We've made it to the Shell Chiropractic second quarter. Calvary facing a 2nd down and 2 from their own 38. They're going to hand it to big number 2. I misspoke earlier. Thought it was 6. That's 2, Delancey Street, the running back. These white jerseys and yellow numbers are giving this guy fits. But a first down as Street gets 3 out to the 41-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10, Calvary.
Yeah, and they're getting big on big now. They pulled their offensive tackle and offensive guard, and they've got the big running back in. They're just going to try to power their way through this defense.
Price back to pass here. That throw is low, but is picked up off the turf. They're going to say no. The side judge says it hit the turf. I thought that throw was a little bit low, and it bounced off the turf. It's going to be incomplete. We'll see it here on the Creed and Creed replay. Slow it.
Yeah,
nose of the football bounced up into his hands. So 2nd down and 10 now for Calvary. Folks, this second quarter is brought to you by Shell Chiropractic in Monroe, Louisiana. They're tackling the second quarter as a proud sponsor. Here to keep you in peak condition on and off the field. We remind you, we're still in that Sleepy Hollow Furniture first half. No score. 11:26 remaining in the second quarter. Price turns, play action, and Jacoby Collins is there, and he missed him, but number 40 didn't. Dante Matthews came up to clean up for the Tiger defense. Loss of about 5 on the play, back to the 36. It's going to be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, there was guys coming from everywhere right there. Good job by 40. Filling it out. Quarterback tried to step up to make a guy miss, and he came and cleaned it up.
Third down. They still have Street in the backfield next to Price. A lone receiver on the far hash. That's where Price is looking. They're going deep down the field. He's got a man open, and he overthrows him. Receiver, that was Braylon Hugland, and he definitely had a couple of steps on the Tiger DB, but Price overthrows him, and Calvary is going to have to punt once again.
Yeah, our DB stopped his feet, and he ran right by him right there. We were fortunate that the ball was overthrown, bring up 4th and long.
It's a young DB, a sophomore over there. As the Tigers are still trying to find the answer there at cornerback. All right, number 18. That's not number 18. The punt is bad snap is rolled, but they get it away, and another punt that's going to bounce actually backwards to be down by Calvary at around the 39-yard line. I believe that might have been number 11. That is Ty Knight. Is the
it is
kicker,
number 11,
and he's going to rolling his. Or somebody was rolling their hands. I think that's 8. Yeah, that's Luke Miller, the safety that was on there. So the Tigers take over, I believe, their 5th possession of the night, and the Tiger offense trying to get something going. And that's, speaking of going, C.J. Goins remains out there for his second drive for the Tigers. That's Roberson to his left. You got Bird and Sledge split out wide to the left. Mason Hart in at tight end. They're going to hand it to Roberson. He's still looking for room, and there's not much there. Calvary defensive front is doing a good job here. Short gain of 2, second down and 8 now for the Tigers. Ball at their own 41-yard line.
Yep, they're winning up front right now. Got to make some adjustments. They need to try to get the ball outside, get it in space.
The Tigers split single receivers to each side, and they've got Zalen, that left halfback. They're going to hand it to Roberson again. He falls forward for a couple. Out to the 44 he'll go. Gain of, let's call it 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Neville. Calvary doing a good job of not allowing that Tiger running game to get moving.
Well, everything's inside, and they got their ears pinned back, and 3rd and 5 right here. Maybe a little quarterback run, something like that.
Goins rolls to his left. He fires. He's got a man. That's Sledge at the 50. He makes a cut and turns upfield, and they're across midfield to the 42-yard line. So a nice throw and catch there from the freshman to the junior. Tiger first down here at the 42-yard line of Calvary. Another sonic drive-in on North 18th Street. First down. Now Roberson gets the handoff. He's forward to the 36-yard line. Gain of 6 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. And, you know, if you can soften up that defense with a couple of completions, you'll have a little bit more room to run. And this Roberson makes a cut at the line. He's got room down to the 20, the 15, and he's out of bounds at the 10. They tried that left side, and that's where Roberson's dangerous, is in the open field.
Well, and right there, they've been pinching the middle. My backers are coming. They're coming downhill. You know, defensive linemen are winning their gaps, and right there, the ball was meant to go inside. He bounced it out, and we won on the outside, and it created a big play for us.
Goins turns, hands it to Roberson. Once again, he tries to bounce it outside. He gets out of the grasp of one Cavalier defenseman, but he was able to fall forward into the 4, and we are 2nd and goal from the 4. And I'll remind you that we are in the J Papa's red zone for the first time tonight. Jonathan Perry and his crew watching us there.
Yeah, he's got to turn. He's advertising for us.
Yeah,
get people in there. I don't blame him. Good food.
We got a timeout taken by Calvary. Tigers are knocking on the door. Still no score here with 8:19 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football.
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, we bring our A-game every day, delivering a home run experience for you, like the thrill of sinking the game-winning shot or finding just the right vehicle for you. Whatever drives you when you shop with Jim Taylor, we put you in the starting lineup. Visit us online at JimTaylorBuickGMC.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
Welcome back to the Shell Chiropractic second quarter and the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Stewart Shelby, Robert Lane, Jason Ewing bringing you the action here tonight. Tigers have it 2nd and goal from the 4. And they are in the J Papa's red zone. J Papa's located on the Ouachita River, specializing in great steaks, seafood, specialty pizza, and spirits. Goins hands it to Blackston, and he's going to be in for the score. The Tigers are on the board first. Touchdown brought to you by our good friend Chris Lewis at the Coney Island Connection.
What do we have? Let's see. Referees are discussing.
Well, a helmet came off.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
From
they're telling the
one
player
of the
to
Calvary,
get off.
and he's off.
Yeah. Thought it was a late penalty, maybe.
Nope. The Tigers strike first with 8:15 to go here in the second. Rex Parker set to kick the point after. Brooks Yerger to hold. Snap is back. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0. Tigers take the lead. 8:15 to go in the second. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football. Stay with us.
For 20 years, I've treated the local community, as well as young to professional athletes, keeping them healthy and on the field. If you've ever thought about seeing a chiropractor, or had neck pain, low back pain, or headaches, call Shell Chiropractic. See if me and my team can help you.
I'm Dr. Bud Boudreaux, and here at Shell Chiropractic, we offer non-invasive spinal decompression. If you or a loved one suffer from bulging, herniated discs, spinal stenosis, or even sciatic symptoms, I encourage you to give our office a call here at Shell Chiropractic.
Good look at the Tiger Band in the student section. Got a good crowd in there. They had some chalk flying after that Jalen Blackston 4-yard score. Going to bring us to the Net Tech Managed IT scoring drive summary. 2:15 off the clock, went 7 plays for 61 yards. Had 6 of the 7 plays were on the ground, and it was capped off by a 4-yard touchdown by Jalen Blackston, and River Sorrell's kick sails into the end zone, and a touchback for the Tigers. Calvary will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, going back to that last drive, Stewart did a really good job on 3rd and 5, or it may have been 3rd and 8. We sprinted out and we threw the hitch out here. We got it to number 4.
Yeah, that's Sledge.
Sledge, yep, new receiver. And he did a good job breaking a tackle, getting the first down, and then we had a big run to get us inside the 5-yard line and pushing the ball in for the score. But we converted a 3rd and medium right there, and that's what you got to do to sustain drives and keep drives going.
Well, a 3rd down conversion kept that drive alive. Like you said, Tigers are on the board first. All right, Price and the offense back out there. He's looking to throw, looking to his left, and it is caught above a out-leaping linebacker, and now the runner's helmet comes off at around the 50, and he continued the play. So they're going to have to say he's down where his helmet came off, because you can't advance it after that. That's a high school safety rule, and it's supposed to be a penalty. One of the things I don't agree with, and there is a flag sitting at the 45. You know, the kid's just trying to make a play, and he's going to get penalized for it.
Well, and there's no face mask, right?
Well, there shouldn't be a face mask, unless if they called a face mask, maybe. But that's Hugland on the reception. Let's see what the official has to say.
I think it's a face mask is what they're going to call it.
Okay. So it is a face mask. Okay, well that makes sense. That's maybe how it's. We'll see. Check it out here on the Creed and Creed replay. But a nice throw there from Price. Hugland is their number 1 receiver. And I believe that was, I don't know who ended up getting it. He kind of got pulled forward, and that's where his helmet pops off. So 15 yards tacked on to the end of that one. That's going to place the ball at the Neville 33-yard line. Calvary, a big play and a penalty in business. Price is looking to swing it out, and he does. And a nice job of letting that play kind of develop. He gets it to, I believe that's number 2, Delancey Street. They're going to be close to another first down, and it will be at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Calvary as they try to go quick. Street in the backfield. Calvary trying to answer that touchdown. The Tigers just scored. All right, here's Price. Looking to his right, now back to his left. They kind of throw the screen, and they have it blocked well. And now another first down for Calvary as it's complete to the far side of the field. That was number 17 on the catch. That's Kyson Powell.
And here's what they're doing. They're getting the ball out on the perimeter.
Yeah.
They said, okay, we're going to give up trying to overpower this Neville defense. We're going to do what we got to do to get our mismatches and throw the ball and get it into our guys' hands one-on-one.
Quick.
And they've done a good job, getting it on the perimeter.
1st and goal. Ball is at the Neville, not 1st and goal, rather 1st and 10 from the 11. And that time they try the right side on the ground and nothing doing. They're going to lose a couple. Malik Grayson was there to tackle the running back, Zarian Miles.
Yeah, and this is when it gets tough. When you get in the red zone, the J-Papa's red zone.
That's right.
Inside the 20, things start to tighten down, and you got to get back to your your regular offense, and could you run out of room? And right there they tried to run, looked like the outside zone, and we had somebody come free and make the big tackle there.
Ball's at the 15-yard line. Loss of 4 on that last play. Second down and 14 for the Cavaliers. And that is Miles, I believe, back in the backfield. Price looking to throw. He's trying to throw the back corner and can't come up with it. He was looking for, I believe that was 17 again, Powell. And now it's 3rd down and 14 for the Cavs. Tiger defense trying to bow its neck after bending a little bit here on this one.
Yeah, and you know, the receiver did a good job. He ran a corner route, and I believe that he had him open. He just overthrew him just a little bit.
Please give it up for your Tiger defense. Have a 3rd down and 15.
All right, here we go. 3rd down play. 3 on the, they're going to have to call a timeout as the play clock was running down, and they do. Calvary takes a timeout. They are driving, but they trail Neville by the score 7-0. 6:33 remaining here in the second quarter of play. We'll be back with more football right after this. Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh, made-to-order sub or a hot, cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers.
Attention fans, we have a lost young lady. She is wearing yellow.
All right, welcome back as we have a lost child here at Bill Ruple that they're trying to
and she's okay.
Hopefully fine. She's fine.
She's happy.
She's fine.
Happy.
All right, so we'll bring you back to action here. 3rd down and 14. Big play here for the Tiger defense. Calvary on the Neville 15. They're trying to throw the fade, and it's picked off in the end zone as a miscommunication by the receiver and quarterback, and I didn't see who got that one over there.
Jaden Reed.
That was Jay Reed?
Yeah, he came from out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from, but he was sprinting. You'll see him here on the replay. He was playing free safety, and he comes over the top right there. And
never gave up on it.
No, never gave up on it, and makes a great toe drag right there for the interception.
So a drive is thwarted by that Tiger defense. Jay Reed with the interception, and the Tiger offense is back out there with the touchback. So turnover for the Tigers keeps the Cavs off the board with 6:27 to go.
And that's the bend, don't break attitude right there. You know, Calvary came and had a little different look offensively right there, getting the ball outside on the perimeter, had success, moved the ball down the field, got inside the red zone, and we were able to come up with an interception.
They stick with Goins at quarterback. Roberson to his right. Been bringing, with this deal, they're bringing Z in more as a tight end. They go play action. Goins rolling out. He's got a man open. That's Zeeland. He's got a big first down. He tries to stay up, but he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. And a gain of 25 on first down. And liking what we see from Goins.
Yeah, great poise right there by the young freshman, getting outside the pocket and delivering a strike in the flat to the big receiver.
They're going to hand it to Roberson, and man, coming from that right side is
and I think right there
that's 58 maybe for Calvary. Cooper Thomas, but that's going to take us to the hydration timeout. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back with more Neville Tiger football. Tigers leading 7-0.
Hey, it's Misty Hodge with the
Wesley James tried to shake his hand.
Coming live to you from Bill Ruple Stadium. In real estate, just like in football, you need a winning game plan.
And at the Hashvaruki Group, we call the plays that get you to the goal line. Buying, selling, or dreaming, let me help you score your home this season. Go Tigers!
Welcome back as we see St. Francis Health CFO Andy LeBlanc and his family out there, and we appreciate St. Francis being a big partner with Neville High School. They're the official healthcare partner of Neville High School and Neville High School Athletics. And thanks to Andy, as they're honoring him there on the 20. So thanks to everybody there at St. Francis Health for their partnership with Neville High School. Okay, back to football. Out of the second quarter hydration timeout. 7-0 Tigers lead. They're trying to get a little drive going, and they're not going to throw the flag there, as one of the Cavaliers was close to jumping off sides. Second down and 11 from the Neville 44-yard line is what the Tigers face here. Play action again. Goins looking to throw. He's going to have that one incomplete. He was looking for Bird on the far sideline, just threw it out of the reach of him. He had some pressure from his backside, and it's going to be third down and 11.
Yeah, play happened too quick. We had an unblocked man. I don't know if we're not accounting for him or we just didn't block him coming off the edge right there, but we've got to do a better job of protecting our quarterback.
Yeah, no, he tried to block him. He was there. He just ran through him.
They got an extra man on that right side. They're kind of overloading the weak side.
Yeah,
really.
They've moved Moses over there now.
They've got 3 on the play clock. They got to snap the football. They do. Goins looking to throw, and thought he might be able to sneak out. Ball came out, but they're going to say he's down as Goins is back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And that'll do it for that Tiger drive. Fourth down and 11, and the punt team comes back out. Alvernia back to punt. I believe that's Will Mary standing around his 20-yard line. Ball's at the 44-yard line. There's the snap. The punt is away. Alvernia, a nice punt. It's going to be fair caught at the 22, 21-yard line, and that's where Calvary will take back over. So special teams has done its job. Had a lot of opportunities here for both squads, punting-wise here. And Tigers clinging to a 7-0 lead here with 5:14 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and Calvary came after that punt. They had their ears pinned back, and a great job there by Alvernia, the punter. He had them bearing down on him, and he hit a big-time punt to flip the field right there, give our defense a chance to go back to work.
All right. Tiger defense been carrying them. According to every drive the Cavaliers have done, play action goes Price. They got to get one-on-one on the outside, and receiver's still up. He's trying to cross the field, and he's finally going to be bottled up. He had to run a long way to get about 4 yards. It's going to be second down and 6, but I think they had Reed up on him on that far sideline, and he just kept backing up, and finally got some positive yardage.
Yeah, Reed did a good job of breaking down. It was a one-on-one tackle. He didn't go for the big shot, but we turned him back into where we needed to go. We got to have somebody there to clean it up.
Okay, that's Huglin on the far side. I believe that's number 9, Brent Bigelow here on one of the receivers to the near side alongside 17. That's Powell. They bring Bigelow in motion. They're going to fake the front toss and give it to the back. I believe that's
number 2.
Is that 2? Yep. Delancey Street. That's going to be about a yard shy of the first down, out to the 31. And it'll be third down. And now they're
going to measure
blow it dead, maybe for a measure.
First.
They're going to say a first down. Well, the ball's at the 31. It started from the 21, so they're going to give them the first down there. The clock now continues to run as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the Sleepy Hollow Furniture first half. And the Shell Chiropractic second quarter. Price from the shotgun, looking to his right, looking. He's still looking, and he's got his man. That's Powell, complete out to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Calvary. He's out of bounds. Clock stops with 3:42 remaining here in this first half.
Yeah, and right there our defensive ends got pushed up the field right there and created an open pocket for the quarterback, allowed him to step up and allow those long routes to develop. Got to try to stay at the same level and push and get into his face like we did earlier in the game.
All right, here's Price rolling to his left, still looking downfield, looking. He's going to tuck it and run and just run out of bounds at the Calvary 48-yard line. They're going to say out at the 47. Positive yardage on second down. They reset the chains, and now I can tell you it was a gain of 3, second down to 7.
Yep. Exactly.
Palmer's been Palmer Gerald over there on the sticks. He's been moving.
Yeah, he's been working.
All right, here's Price. He's going to turn, hand it to the big back as he barrels forward for a couple, and that's it. Hosted Tigers, Kiki Harris in there with them. Gain of 2, third down and 5 now for the Tigers. Coming up on the Jim Taylor Auto Group halftime show, we will have the halftime performances from the Neville Tiger Band and the Bingle Bells. Also scores from around the area, and we'll give you stats from the first half, sponsored by NetTech Managed IT Services. Price moves Bigelow across the formation to the other side. Price looking left. He's not looking for Bigelow. He's going for number 1, and Hugland was step for step with the Tiger defender. That's 17. That's Denham Nelson, another sophomore.
Yep.
And he bats the football away. That's going to be.
What do we got?
Is there a flag laying? I can't see the flag here. Illegal shift is what the preliminary is.
Good job by the defensive back right there. He ran, he got his eyes turned, and didn't commit pass interference.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he got up, he turned his head, he swatted back at the football, and that's going to be 4th down because I believe the Tigers are going to decline that penalty. And that's going to force Calvary to punt the football away with 2:43 remaining here in this first half. All right, Ty Knight standing at his 34-yard line. That's Noah Newbill, and this is not a good punt off the side of his foot, straight up in the air and bouncing backwards, and it's fine. It's going to be down at the 50.
Wow, it's a one-yard punt.
1-yard punt for the Cavaliers, and the Tigers will have great field position with 2:34 remaining here in the first half.
All right, so you got 2 young quarterbacks that have played. You got 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. I believe we have all 3 timeouts. You try to put together a drive right here and go score before half with your young quarterbacks. Hopefully we can get going right here on first down with a big run, get us going, get us in sync, and maybe put points on the board before half.
I think that's still Goins in there for the Tigers. He's going to roll to his right. Lets it fly, and he's got a man complete down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. That's Desi Bird. And a nice little toss there from the freshman as he put it in between 2 defenders.
Hey, that's a heck of a throw right there. On the run, freshman year, you're out here competing. We've seen him do it in freshman games. He's a great one for the Tigers.
Blackson in the backfield, and they're going to hand it to him, and he's got positive yards on first down. They're going to say he's down at the 23-yard line. That'll be 2nd and 3 after a gain of 7. Actually, I think that's right. Going quick again. They hand it to Blackson again. He's going to have the Sonic drive-in first down as he crosses the 20 and enters the J. Papa's Restaurant red zone.
Yeah, great job again on first down. You get going, you get in rhythm, you can go fast and stay ahead of the chains.
Quick throw out to Zealand Young, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds. but it's complete out to around they're going to say the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that right there, we had soft coverage, softest coverage, shortest throw. We throw it into the boundary, and good job by Goins right there reading it. I believe it was an RPO, and he saw it out there, saw the soft coverage, and delivered a nice ball to our receiver.
2nd and 4 for the Tigers. Goins moves Blackson over to the right. This time the throw is fired and off the hands of Bird and into the hands of a Calvary defender. He's returned it back out to the about 38-yard line. It just, that ball was rifled to Bird, and it went through his hands and into the arms of one of the Calvary defensive backs.
Yeah, he was trying to stick it on him, and the ball was just a little bit high. You know, as a quarterback, ex-quarterback, you want your receiver to come up with that ball, but that's a tough catch also. It's above his head, and you got to have strong hands. And
I didn't see the number on
19.
19?
On receiver. I couldn't tell.
The guy who intercepted. I mean, white and yellow blur when people move. Yeah. So, okay, Calvary with a little momentum here as they're late getting in one of their receivers. That's number 7, Levi DeMoss, coming in, but they've got it. 1st and 10. Price looking to throw. They're going to take a shot downfield. Price is hurried, and he's going to go down at around the 42-yard line as he had a couple of Tigers come flying in there. Clock's going to be running in a minute 24. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 now for Calvary. Calvary trying to run the 2-minute offense. Price looking to throw again. He's got a man open downfield, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Denham Nelson tracking down the Speedy Hoagland there around the 20-yard line, and he got there just in time to knock it away.
Yeah, great play by the defensive back. The ball was just a touch underthrown.
Yeah, or that could have been 6.
Yeah, receiver had to slow down just a little bit, but allowed our defensive back to recover and get his hand up just at the last minute and bat it down.
All right, another 3rd down. Tiger defense has been good on 3rd down here tonight. We'll have some more stats for you coming up at halftime. But 3rd and 7. Minute 5 remaining. Clock stopped after the incompletion. That's a new running back. Next to Price. Price is going to step up and throw, and he's got a man. It's complete. A contested catch made by Hoagland, and he's in for the score with 53 ticks left on the clock. Nelson was there with him, but you thought Price was about to run it. He sees Hoagland flashing down the far sideline, and he hits him. We'll see it here on the Creed and Creed replay. You see him step up here in the pocket, and he's behind the line of scrimmage. So that was a 56-yard touchdown throw and catch, and the Cavaliers are an extra point away from tying this one up. There's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 53 seconds remain. We got a tie ball game. Devil 7, Calvary 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
Well, the Cavaliers, after the turnover in the red zone, take it 61 yards in 3 plays. Only took 47 seconds off the clock, and it was capped off by a 58-yard touchdown catch from Braylon Hoagland. And now that we got ourselves a tie ball game as we wrap up the Shell Chiropractic second quarter here. Tigers are going to send Caden Jones and I believe Noah Newbill back deep. That's number 11, Ty Knight, set to kick it away for the Cavs. He kick a little pooch up to the up back, who has it at the 33 and is broken through and has got a nice little return out to the 46-yard line. The Tiger offense will have 47 seconds and a shorter field to go, starting at their own 46-yard line, rather.
Yeah, you know, we moved the ball last drive, got into the red zone and had the turnover. Calvary did a good job of you know, moving fast and putting points on the board. They've obviously changed the way that they're operating offensively. They're going to throw the ball in the second half, and it would be nice that, you know, we're almost to midfield right here on the 45-yard line. 47 seconds left. Let's get going and get points.
Goins remains in the backfield. He's going to roll to his left, and he's got pressure. He flips it out to Mason Hart, who's got it complete. He's across the 50 and barrels over a Cavalier defender to the 45. That's going to be a first down, and the Tigers call timeout with 37 ticks remaining. We're going to take a timeout to a 30-second variety because they're probably going to have another one here. So stick with us. We got a tie ball game. We'll be right back with more football right after this.
At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we're focusing on showing people that every act of kindness fuels a movement to touch lives in unexpected, meaningful ways. Your gift allows the Tarver Braddock Foundation to continue turning loss into love, one act at a time.
Thanks to our generous donors, we're able to honor Tarver's spirit by meeting needs wherever they appear through random acts of kindness. To learn more about our mission and consider giving, visit TarverBraddockFoundation.com.
Well, the Tigers have a first down at the Calvary 45-yard line. They're trying to make a nice drive here to end this Sleepy Hollow first half of football. Just had a nice completion to Mason Hart. Goins, the freshman, the signal caller for the Tigers, and it breaks down, and then he's going to throw a pick as the ball comes out, and a Tiger falls on it. So the return was made by Luke Miller, and I didn't see who hit him. We'll see it on the Creed and Creed replay.
Zealand.
Was that Zaylen that came and got him, and it freed the ball up? And this was, Robert, what you might call maybe just a freshman mistake here from Goins as he steps up and he throws, and he just didn't see the free safety. And then you hear Zealand came in and knocks the football away. So after the change of possessions, the Tigers have it first down from the 50, but 27 ticks remain here, and now they're going to kneel it out. And I think that's what, after that scare, Coach Collins is going to be happy to take a 7-7 tie into the locker room. That's going to do it. Tigers head into the locker room. We'll stick around here just to see if Coach wants to talk a little bit with Jason here at halftime, and I believe he's stopped there. Let's go down to Marion State sideline reporting, Jason.
Coach, offensive line's having a little trouble with their front, and but the special teams look good tonight.
Well, we're doing a better job there. You know, we got to give our quarterback some time to throw the ball, you know, give him a chance. And, but we also have to be able to run the football as well. And, you know, just unfortunate there, you know, we give up the score right before half after we're moving the ball down the field, and we throw a pick down there on about the 5. And so, anyway, you know, it's just one of them ball games, you know, we just got to fight through it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, Jason. And, all right. We've made it to halftime. 7-7 is our halftime score. Justin will be back there in the K104 studios. We're going to let him take a good break. And Justin, I'm going to get you a scoreboard that I'm going to text you where to go look for some scores around the area. But here on the Neville Tiger Network, we will have the halftime performance here by the Bengals and the band. So when all that is over, we will have some scores from around the area and the stats from the first half, thanks to NetTech Managed IT Services. We have entered the Jim Taylor Auto Group halftime. So if you're listening to us on Sunny 98.3, enjoy a few commercials. And Justin will be back hopefully with some scores here later on. But we are at halftime. The Bengals are about to do their thing on the network. So, Justin, take it away. And here on the network, we will have this Bengal Bell performance and the band. When we return, we will have our thoughts on the first half. So enjoy.
Good luck, ladies. Your music is on. At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that performance by the Bengals and the Neville Tiger Marching Band. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we will have the NetTech Managed IT halftime stats, as well as the Jim Taylor Auto Group scoreboard here on the Jim Taylor Halftime Show. So stick with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
And the difference can mean going into debt or getting the settlement you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us right now. Don't wait. Call Creed & Creed, 387-5800. You can count on Creed & Creed. Call today, 387-5800. Remember, Creed & Creed is all you need.
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcome Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and Spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples & Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
Lily Joyce, Neville Class of 2024. I drive a Nissan Rogue from Sparks. Go Tigers.
Vincent Ware, Class of 2000, Sparks Nissan and Kia Sales, Maxima Driver. Go Tigers.
Kenya Dawson Bennett, Neville High School, Class of 1993. I'm a proud Nissan Murano owner from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
Back, we're at halftime here on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunny 98.3. 7-7 is our score. As we'll go over the stats from the first half, brought to you by NetTech Managed IT Services. Calvary Baptist had 143 total yards on 32 plays, 140 through the air, and only 3 on the ground. That was with 7 possessions. Leading the Cavs through the air is the quarterback, Hudson Price. He's 8 for 15 for 140 yards, 58-yard touchdown there at the end. The leading rusher is Miles. He has 4 carries for 6 yards, but only 3 total. Leading receiver is Hugland, 5 catches for 105 yards with that touchdown catch there at the end of the first half. Tigers, conversely, have 169 total yards, 102 through the air and 67 on the ground, 32 plays in 8 possessions. Goins was the leading passer. He was 6 for 9 for 81 yards, but he did have those 2 interceptions. The first of which is what led to the Calvary Baptist score. On the ground, the Tigers are led by Jamarian Roberson, 11 carries, 43 yards, and the long was 28. Receiving is Desi Bird right now at halftime. He's got 3 catches for 47 yards. So the Tigers have turned it over on downs a couple of times and had, like we said, those 2 turnovers as they get ready to retake the field here. We got about 2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining here in this first half. And as I move along in the Jim Taylor Auto Group halftime report, let's go to our scoreboard from around the area. We'll start over up in Cabot, Arkansas, where Ruston traveled. They lead Cabot 42-14. That's in the third. Wassman and Ouachita. This one was tight for a while, but Ouachita's pulled out late in the first half. They lead 27-6. Pulaski Academy traveled to West Monroe. They lead West Monroe 14-10. Franklin Parish leads St. Frederick's 21-7. Jonesboro Hodge is all over West Ouachita, 35-7 in the second. No score out of Bastrop and Booker T. Washington that we can find. Richwood and Mangum, I've got a score for Richwood and Mangum. We'll find that here early. Rayville and Stonington don't have a score from them either, but Caldwell Parish leads Winfield 13-6. That's still in the first half. Let's see what else we got here. Fontainebleau leads Madison 28-0. Oak Grove leads Crossett, Arkansas 45-7. Cedar Creek all over Lakeview 50-6. St. Thomas More is leading Catholic of Baton Rouge in the third 14-7. And Rummel is leading University 24-10. Richwood and Mangum. Mangum was leading Richwood 14-12 in the second quarter. Gina leads Menard 30-0 in the second quarter. Those are the last 2 that we've got. So there's your scores from around the area and some from even around the state. Scores of interest that we deem interesting here on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunny 98.3. All right, Robert. Your thoughts on the first half? What do the Tigers need to do? Oh, no, man. Sorry. I'll have to give you my thoughts as Robert's handling a few things. Hey, don't forget, when we start the third quarter, we're going to be joined by former Neville head football coach and principal Mickey McCarty. His appearance sponsored by our good friends over there at Origin Bank. But Robert, this first half, man, you come out, you're starting quarterbacks down, and we can give Mickey a headset. Yeah. He can come in here and talk about this, Mick, as we welcome Mickey McCarty into the booth. But you come out, your quarterbacks was injured last week. You've got a sophomore coming in, and the freshman is Goins has Williams there the first few deals, and now Goins coming in. You've seen some sparks from the freshmen, but you've also seen some freshman mistakes. What do the Tigers have to do in the second half to?
I think the quarterback play has been fine. You wish you had the interception down here on the goal line back. It wasn't a bad mistake though. It just the throw was just a touch high. Mm-hmm. Receiver missed it. Unfortunate circumstances there. Offensively, we've got to play better up front. We're not winning the line of scrimmage. Hopefully in this second half, our offensive linemen can get going. We had a hard-fought game against Evangel last week. Yeah. It's tough to get up again.
Already against the beat-up offensive line.
Exactly. And so we've got to get going offensively. I believe we get the ball here to start the second half.
We do.
And and let's do what Neville can do in running the football and having some long extended drives and getting going here in the second half.
Well, it's going to wrap up our Jim Taylor Auto Group halftime show. Jim Taylor Auto Group is proud to be a part of our community, committed to serving and supporting our neighbors every step of the way. You have a nice buying experience there over at Jim Taylor. Okay. Well, as we enter the Taco Bandito third quarter, Taco Bandito will be kicking off the third quarter. Fuel your drive with our bold flavors. Locations in Monroe and West Monroe to satisfy your cravings. I got some of that 7-layer dip the other night.
Yeah,
man, it goes a long way. All right, well, we welcome again Coach Mickey McCarty into the booth, and Robert, we were talking about that first half. Mick, your thoughts?
Yeah, real quick. Kind of echoing Robert, though. I tell you, I've been impressed with our freshman quarterback overall. He's really stepped in and done a good job, man. That is a lot of pressure on a young kid. And what I've been really impressed with is just his management of the whole procedure at the line of scrimmage. I mean, he looks comfortable.
He's poised, very poised.
And has thrown a couple really good balls on the run.
Yes.
With some anticipation of a receiver breaking open. So, for his part, I've been really pleased. Like you said, down here, unfortunate on the pick in the red zone, but overall, and I agree with Robert, we got to win the line of scrimmage better in the second half. And again, as we look across the field, their numbers aren't what our numbers are. That should lend to our favor, hopefully, in the second half. And one of the things I was looking at today, guys, and this may play into this, we had 60 guys over the summer that were 30 for 30 in summer workouts.
Yeah, that's huge.
And that's huge, man, out of probably 100 kids. Which is a great number. So hopefully that pays off here, in the second half of this ball game.
Yep.
Well, the kick is finally done. They kicked it a little early before the whistle, and they had to reset it there. And the little pooch kick from Ty Knight was hauled in by number 8 for the Tigers. Well, I don't think that was number 8.
Zero.
That was
it 0?
No, that was Connor Ajalani. Yeah, Ajalani, number 0. So here I go. I can't see. I need binoculars and glasses. Okay, Goins comes back out. He's got Roberson to his right. Zealand Young split out wide. The right side, Mason Hart, the up back. And it's Goins and, it's Sledge. And another inside little handoff to Roberson. And we hadn't had any room to run hardly. And he loses 2 there.
Yeah, we got beat on the edge right there. Our tackle let the guy go inside and blew the play up. We just got to be more physical up front at the point of attack.
That's Bird and Sledge, the other 2 receivers in there for the Tigers. And you look at Calvary's front 7, there's some good-looking athletes in there. As Goins has this one complete out to Zaylen Young out, what was that, 38-yard line. So they get the lost yards back, gain of 5 on that one. We're going to bring up 3rd down and 7 from the Neville 38. Yes.
I can't tell for sure if that's an RPO, but if it is, that young quarterback is doing a heck of a job.
Stud.
Yeah. Picking that stop out and taking those 4 or 5 yards. That's good stuff.
Another play action. Goins, another pick on that far sideline, and he might go all the way back. Mason Hart giving chase, and they're not going to get him. A 48-yard interception return, and I can't get the number on that young man, but Goins throws it across the field, and it's intercepted for a touchdown, the 3rd pick of the night, and this one hurts as Calvary goes up 13-7 here early in the second half.
Yeah, it's all right. It's it's an unfortunate mistake right there. It wasn't a terrible throw, just not a great decision. A young freshman mistake right there.
I think that might have been Garrett Lee that had made that. I think that was 23 over there.
Well, they should outlaw those gold numbers on white jerseys.
It is hard to see. Here's the kick.
And look,
from Calvary, it's up and it's good. 10:42 remaining. Calvary leads 14-7. We'll talk about it when we come back after this 30-second break.
At Nukes, Southern hospitality runs deep. From premium ingredients to bold flavors and big portions, like our strawberry field salad for $9.29. Or try our new steak lineup. It's comfort with character. Nukes, extra with every bite.
Taco
Taco Bandito. Our cooking and service is speedo at Taco Bandito.
Taco Bandito on Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and Warren Drive at Cypress Street in West Monroe.
Well, you take a look at that Tiger crowd here at Bill Ruple, and they're stunned here as the Tigers trail 14-7 after that 48-yard interception return for the touchdown. So that's, I believe this might be Jones, or is this Roberson? I think this is Jones, and Noah Newbill back. So
that is Jones.
We got to stay out of that third and medium to long yardage.
Yeah.
That's a tough ask on the freshman quarter. That was a long throw across the field, and again, that's one of those deals. Flush it. Let's move forward. Let's make a big play. And here you go on the kickoff return.
Squib kick to one of the upbacks. That's number 29 for the Tigers, Trey Caston, that backup running back, and he gets it across the 50 and gives the Tigers great field position at the Calvary 46-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like we got Parker Robinson entered the game, quarterback.
And
you know,
he's out. He's going to give it a go.
Yeah, he's been out with a bum ankle, and we're trying to
rest him as much as possible.
But he showed a lot of guts last week, finishing
the
that game.
crowd, you can hear him appreciating somewhat that Parker is in the game, and he turns and throws, and it's picked up, and that's one of those Blackson. I don't know if he thought he could. It almost like he didn't realize he could catch it and go, but he dropped it. But Tigers fortunate there on the first throw from Parker was tipped way up in the air, and it didn't get intercepted.
That's dangerous. We're trying to throw the hitch. They're giving it to us. We've got one-on-one down here. They got soft coverage. We should throw it until they walk up, and then you can stretch the field. They're trying to keep everything in front of them.
2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Parker looking to throw. He rolls out to his left. He's just going to throw it out of bounds as tell that mobility maybe not there.
Intentional grounding.
He was out of the tackle box and threw it past the line of scrimmage out of bounds.
Yeah, the white hat was saying he was out. I thought he was about to throw the flag, but he was saying he was out of the box.
All right. 3rd down and 10 now, as first two passes from Parker are incomplete. That's Blackson in the backfield. They're going to motion out. Empty backfield now. Parker looking to throw. He sidesteps a man. He's going to run for it. He's got it out to the 40. He runs out of bounds at the 39-yard line, and he's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down. We'll see if the Tigers go for it here.
Yeah, it looks like coach is keeping him on the field.
Yeah.
4th down and 3 for the Tigers. Tigers going quick. They're going to turn, hand it to Blackson. He sidesteps a man. He's broken free. He's in the backfield, and he's going to be down into the J. Papa's red zone at the 15-yard line.
And that was a nice little jump cut at the line of scrimmage. Great vision by the young back.
Yep. He's a load, too. He didn't get tackled by one person. They got 12 on the field.
They hand it to Blackson. They don't see a flag as there was a late removal of a player, but is there going to throw?
It should have been. He wasn't. He was
no
not
flag.
off field.
Coach Collins sure trying to.
The guy was running off. He was he was inbounds, but either way, gain of 5 on 1st down. 2nd down.
We got a flag. I don't know why. It's the far side over there.
I think they counted everybody. Nobody came on. So,
can you throw it that late?
Look,
I think they do. They still have 12 on the field.
Let's count them. Count them, Coach.
No, they got 11.
They got 11 there.
Still 11.
But they had
12.
Here
comes 12.
Let's see what the official has to say. Okay.
All right, so last week there was no warning.
Well, because there was contact. That was
okay.
That's
there was
the
new
contact.
Deal. Okay.
Even though it wasn't significant contact, it was contact nonetheless. Either way, Tigers have it in the J. Papa's red zone down here, and ball's at the 11 of Calvary. 2nd down and a long 5 coming, and that's going to be 5 yards there. I think the Tigers should be about a half yard shy of the needed line to gain. So that moves it up to the 7. Second and short.
That's where we need to be physical right here and be able to punch the ball in for the 5-yard line.
Yeah,
and
you've
Neville has to be able to do that.
Yeah, you got space over here on this right side. The bubble's right there.
Yeah,
you got to get up to the backers and seal it off. And
Robinson looking to throw, throwing the fade, the jump ball. It's out of the back of the end zone, and that wasn't going to be catchable for Zaylen inbounds. And now we got 3rd and short as they swap out backs. Roberson in now for Blackston.
yeah, got to give your big man a shot right there. You can't throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Get the first down.
Yeah, that's a receiver's worst nightmare. He comes back and he says, hey, just give me the ball. Let me have a chance.
Not a bad call there.
No, I like it.
You know, from the not a bad call. But we need to bang one in here.
At least get a fresh set here.
Yeah. We're going to come at him.
Turn. There's Roberson and kind of mishandled the handoff, and he's dropped for a loss back to the 8.
What it is, the backers are just downhill, and they're running through, and we're our guards or center or tackle, whoever it is not. They don't have their eyes open, and they're not getting the chip that we need.
Yeah, we've got
backers.
like a young center here, and let's see. I think it's who we got in there now. That's Drew Rutledge is now in at center. Started off with Doobie, and that's Rutledge in there now, a sophomore at center. Tigers going for it and looking for the catch, and Roberson makes a man miss, and he's got the first down. Good job there by Jamarian Roberson of catching that and getting upfield, making sure he got the first down, and that'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers from the 4.
Nice job by Parker, getting that ball to him underneath.
They hand it to Roberson, and he's going to be in for the score. Nice hole there on the left side that time, and Roberson gets in the end zone for the first time tonight, as the Tigers are an extra point away from tying this one up. 8:35 to go in the 3rd.
Good tempo on that drive. We're able to run the football and put points on the board right there. We got to make this PAT, tie this ball game up, but maybe that can flip the momentum. Defense can come out and get a turnover, get the ball back in our offense's hands.
A really good job by J-Rob right there, sticking his foot in the ground. He kind of sensed, hey, I got to get upfield. Good awareness by him.
There's the snap. The kick is up, and they're going to blow this one dead. We have a flag from that far sideline. Offsides against the defense. I kind of wonder why they
blew it dead.
They blow that dead.
You can't decline it.
I mean, the kick was good, but they blew it dead.
Oh yeah, Collins.
They're going to go for 2. Now they're going to bring everybody off.
Ooh. Heavy.
Yeah, looks like
heavy package.
The heavy package here. Well, I don't know.
No,
it's just the offense coming back out there. So the offense back out on the field after a half the distance penalty. Extra point now from the 1.5-yard line.
Coach, what's your thought on this?
Well, right here at this point in the game, I'm probably kicking this ball to tie it up. But, a coach has to have a hunch and you go with it.
I know, that's right.
That's what being a head coach is about.
Have a feel for
that's
it.
Right. Trust your guy.
Now a timeout as they motion out of it, and Blackston was in the backfield. So
we didn't have a running back in the game.
Well, we did. Blackston was motioned into the
I see
onto the left side. So Parker didn't like what he saw, so he calls a timeout. So let's take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back with this extra point right after this.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. Here at Coney Island Connection, we believe in giving back and showing a lot of love, and it's all made possible because of you. Thank you for making Coney Island Connection a small business with a big heart.
For 20 years, I've treated the local community as well as young to professional athletes, keeping them healthy and on the field. If you've ever thought about seeing a chiropractor or had neck pain, low back pain, or headaches, call Shell Chiropractic. See if me and my team can help you.
All right, we're back, and offense back out on the field. Roberson to the left of Parker Robinson as the Tigers going for 2, trying to take the lead here.
Well, I think Coach is showing some trust in his guys, So, hey, let's line up, get this thing.
They give it to Blackston, and that left side opens up another hole for them, and the Tigers have got the 2-point conversion. All right. 15-14 is our score. Tigers have retaken the lead. There's a Calvary player down. We'll take a 1 minute break now. 1 minute break. It's 15-14 Tigers. We'll be back.
A sandwich with soup. No, salad.
With Nuke's Pick 3, satisfy all your cravings. Sandwich salad soup, sandwich soup mac, sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Such possibilities from $12.99.
Nuke's, extra with every bite.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Neville Tigers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown and Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Tigers!
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. River Sorrell set to kick for the Tigers. He puts a leg into this one, and that's going to get into the end zone for a touchback, and that'll give us some time to thank our third quarter sponsor, Taco Bandito, for their sponsorship of Neville Tiger football. And guys, we were talking over the break, about the gutsy move and maybe what was going through Coach Collins' head right there, but nevertheless, it worked, right?
Yeah, it worked.
It was a good call. Great call.
Yeah. Like I said, Coach sometimes has to go with his gut, and sometimes you're trying to do something maybe to capture some momentum, and you got momentum on the score, but again, hey, when you punch it in, good call. Let's move on. You got the lead.
Got the lead back. Let's go play defense.
And the defense has been playing.
Yeah, they gave it up one big play.
One big play, and that's it.
Well.
There at the end of the deal. And Calvary hadn't got. Speaking of rushing, Calvary hadn't gotten any rushing yards, and they give it to the big back. I believe that is that 2, and he's a hard runner if that's the big guy in there. No, that's 4. Okay, that's Miles, rather. It's Ryan Miles. So both of their backs look fairly similar.
They do,
and you can't see that. I can't see that. But a 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah. We're starting to see a little bit of cramping going on Calvary's sideline over there. We talked about that may show up. That could play a big part here as we get into the fourth quarter, particularly.
Miles remains in the backfield next to Price. They split 2 receivers to either side. Here comes Juju showing blitz, and there he goes. And they've got it single coverage over the top, and are they throwing a flag? Denham Nelson, that was a late flag.
That was a late flag. It looked like it might have been influenced a little bit on the sideline.
Well, it came in, but Denham Nelson has been playing pretty good. I mean,
he has.
Since he entered the football game. And let's see this on the Creed and Creed replay here as he was over the
I don't know.
The ball pass was intended.
I don't know about
for
that
9
one
there, Bigelow, but they're going to give him pass interference.
That's another one of those tough tasks in football, man, when you play out there on an island by yourself, man-on-man coverage, and everybody in the stadium sees you when that ball goes up. And he's played pretty well tonight. He really has held his own.
Yep. And they're young, I believe.
Denham is a sophomore. And you got Greg Smith as a kind of the converted quarterback here on this side.
Exactly. Coach Campbell likes to play a little man defense out there when he can.
Kyson Powell comes up in the slide. They're going to hand it off a little sweep around the left side, and the Tigers have sniffed that out. Miles is wrapped up by Jacoby Collins, and there's a flag sitting at the 46-yard line, and it might be maybe a hold out there, but I mean that's not normally where you see a hold call. Gain of 1 as it is now. Let's see what the official has to say.
That's a good job leveraging the ball. It looked like he was going to get to the edge there, looking at the replay. And somebody
it's going to be a hold, and there it is. They're holding Juju. You can see that hand grab in the front. That'll get you
That's good
almost
defense
every
right
time.
there.
Actually, our corner came up and leveraged it for us and allowed the inside flow catch up with the ball. It's a good job of him.
All right, that's going to back him up a few, back to the 31-yard line. So that's going to be first down and 22.
I'd hold Juju too if I was trying to block him.
Yeah. You got
Actually,
to.
third down. I mean, it's first down and 20.
He's
first
a
down
load
and
to
20.
block.
All right, here's Price. He's flushed out of the pocket, trying to throw that's picked off. Do they say he's in bounds? No, they both say he's out of bounds, and that's Reed, who stepped in front of the big fullback, or the tight end rather, number 44 for.
I tell you, Reed, he's got a great feel for the game.
That's
playing
Martinez.
defense
Yeah.
right there. He was put in an island. The quarterback could have run it or thrown it. He kind of baited him into throwing that ball, and then when he laid it up, Jaden broke on it and almost made the interception.
Yeah, that's a great athletic play by Jaden.
Second down and 20. Neville defense
I don't know.
stays strong here as we're Price with the empty backfield. Now he's going to put Miles back there. And now they're going to call a timeout as the play clock was winding down. Timeout Calvary, who will take one too. 7:25 remaining in the third. Neville 15, Calvary 14. We'll be back with more Neville Tiger football right after this.
If you were just in a car crash, the insurance company could already be calling you. Don't talk to them, talk to us. The call is free, and the difference could mean going into debt or getting the settlement you deserve. Pick up the phone and call us right now. Don't wait. Call Creed & Creed, 387-5800. You can count on Creed & Creed. Call today, 387-5800. Remember, Creed & Creed is all you need.
Calvary took a timeout to think about the 2nd and 20 play. The play clock was running out, and we're back here on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunday 98.3. Family Solutions broadcast booth. An extra man in here with us as Neville coach Mickey McCarty has joined myself and Robert up here. And Marion State Bank sideline reporter Jason Ewing on the sidelines. We'll check in with him as they go play action, looking for the deep ball. And that good coverage there from Greg Smith as he turned and looked for the football. You talked about changes from week 1 to week 2. That's a big one.
He's been coached up. Get your head around and look for the football. When you see the receiver's eyes go up, you can tell that he's looking for the catch the ball. Go become the receiver and try to intercept the ball. Not just bat it down. You can intercept the ball.
Yeah, he's done that a few times tonight.
Yeah.
Like you said, from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah.
He's been doing a great job. Really proud of him. That's a tough transition, too, from playing quarterback to corner.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ask of a young man, but I know Coach Campbell, he and I talked this summer. He was really high on Greg this summer.
He's a good athlete.
7-on-7, and said he's going to come along and be okay.
All right, Price looking again to throwing it downfield, and that has nobody there. Well covered in the backfield for Neville, and they're in the secondary rather. So that's going to make it 4th down and 20, and the Cavaliers are going to have to punt.
And Calvary has not had much success punting the ball tonight. I think he's gotten off maybe one decent one. I know he had one that was for 1 yard. It'd be nice to get the ball on our side of the 50 right here to start this next drive in the third quarter with the lead 15-14.
Noah Newbill standing around the Neville 35, awaiting the punt from Ty Knight.
There it is.
Snap is over his head. Are they going to kick it out of the end zone, or is somebody going to fall on it? They're going to have the safety. A safety from the Tigers. I believe that was Max Carter that got back there first, and the Tigers have tacked on 2 more.
Yep, and that's what we needed right there. Their special teams operation has been shaky all night. They had a low snap early in the game. That one was over the punter's head, and that'll kill you right there.
We'll see it here on this Creed & Creed replay.
I think you spoke that into existence, Rob.
No, I had a feeling.
Max got back in there and didn't let go.
Yeah, good play by Max, absolutely.
I know that got Cade on the chain sideline going.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
He probably said
hit somebody over there.
Well, after the safety.
They may have said something else with it.
He might have. But
come on, dog.
He probably going to ask Max why he didn't get to the ball first.
Why didn't you score that thing, man?
Come on, man. All right, 7:07 remaining as after the safety, the Tigers have extended their lead by 2. It's a 3-point game as Neville leads 17-14, and first safety of the year check that off the bingo card.
Well, big thing is here, too, we're, just keeping the pressure on. Big thing here, we got the lead here in the third quarter now. Just, hey, keep that pressure on, and maybe we can get this ball and offense come out and have a great drive here.
Well, and they kick from the 20.
Kick from the 20 here.
Safety, so you're going to have good field position.
You mentioned Newbill back here. Hey, that Newbill name sticks out to me. Mark Newbill was a heck of a football player for the Neville Tigers, guys. A fun kid to coach. I know he's proud of that boy out there.
He's got a seventh grader also.
Yeah.
Here's the kick.
Get a chance
from Knight. Newbill takes it at the 21-yard line. He's got a seam in the middle, and he's going to be brought down, but not before he crosses the 50 to the Calvary 49-yard line. Nice return of about 30 yards for Noah Newbill, and the Tiger offense is set up once again, and I believe we'll see Parker trot back out there.
Yeah, you start this drive where you probably would have started, or where we hoped we would have started it after the punt. We got a free 2 points because of the bad snap.
Yeah.
Now we started on our side of the 50 with a free 2 points with the lead 17-14 now.
Parker looking for the snap. He turns to the sideline to get the play call. You got Zaylen Young split wide to the right. Mason Hart's your tight end on the right side. They're going to turn, and no, there's play action. He's looking for the deep ball, and it's overthrown. He was looking for Desi Bird with the deep post, and it wasn't there, and Zaylen is upset about something here on the near sideline.
They've got to keep our composure. It can be frustrating as a receiver, when you think receivers are open a lot, especially when they don't get the ball thrown to them. So, hey, just keep your composure. Things are coming to him.
Yeah, he was wide open. The cornerback fell down when he was backpedal, and Zaylen was wide open.
Well, it takes a lot of things to go right to complete a pass.
Well, and you can see the soft coverage. I mean, we've got 12-yard. I mean, just throw the hitch out here on first down. And
let Zaylen do his thing.
Yeah,
there it is.
Okay.
Zaylen's got it. He breaks a tackle at the 40. He's still on his feet. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tigers. Zaylen Young taking it 49 yards, and the Tigers are up 2 scores.
There you go. From frustration to elation. Just be patient. One of the things receivers don't understand, they've never sat in the pocket with the football in their hand.
That's right. That sense of urgency that they got to have.
It's a different thing, right.
That touchdown brought to you by our good friend Chris Lewis over there at the Coney Island Connection, man. Check out what Chris Lewis is doing and over there at the Coney Island Connection, and also throughout our community. A lot of good things happen.
Hey, I see Chris all over town working with the bank, and he's doing a great job in our community, I can tell you that. I see him everywhere.
Here's Parker for the point after. There's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 6:43 remaining in the third. Neville 24, Calvary 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
Growing up in Northeast Louisiana, I was raised on neighbors helping neighbors, the spirit of entrepreneurship and good food, something we know a lot about at Coney Island Connection. We've turned those values into our mission. We believe giving back with a lot of food and lots of love has the power of bringing people together. We're more than a restaurant, we're family, and with your support, we're changing lives one meal at a time. Thank you for helping us to become known as a small business with a big heart.
They're going to shut her down.
All right, there's the Hawaiian theme there in the student section as they've come out in full force as River Sorrell puts another leg into this one. The receiver falls down in the end zone, but that's going to be a touchback. But
hey, that's a great job. And again, not something to take for granted, man. Just like the extra point we were just talking about. And David Shelby comes off the field with great elation and excitement because the operation of the extra point was
takes
good.
all 11.
It takes all of us, man. And so that's great to see. And I know they've had a week full of being fussed at and all the things, and that extra point operation. That's great to see. That's a big part of the game. And
it's improvement.
We need that improvement and consistency. So good for them. Maybe we'll get some more work at it before it's over with.
Calvary takes over, now trailing by 10 after they tied it up. And actually went ahead early in this third, and that handoff is snuffed out. That wasn't Kiki. That was 40. Yeah. I mean, Dante Matthews and Jacoby Collins have really stepped up their game to this point at that linebacker position.
Well, we kind of gave them a dose of their own medicine there. He was coming downhill, and he just split the gap between the guard and the tackle.
Yeah, I don't think they touched him.
We're going to check in on those stats after the third, and Andy Martin at NetTech is in those NetTech stats. Got him dialed in, and they had 3 rushing yards at the half, and they hadn't got many more, maybe about 10 or 15 more here in this one. Price has it out, swings it out to the far sideline, and a good job by that Tiger. I think that's Juju on the far sideline, forcing the receiver out of bounds after a short gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 from the Calvary 23-yard line.
That was a great job by Juju using the sideline over there. That's a big kid out in open space, too.
Yeah.
That's a good play by him.
All right, we've reached the third quarter hydration timeout. 5:56 remaining in the third. Neville 24, Calvary 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football.
At Origin Bank, we understand the importance of community. That's why we're committed to the Northeast Louisiana Food Bank, providing meals to 25,000 of our neighbors across 12 parishes. Through their efforts, they provide about 6 million meals a year to those facing hunger in our area. Visit foodbanknela.org to learn more, sign up to volunteer, or donate to support their mission. Thanks so much to the Nela Food Bank for your community efforts and for partnering with us at Origin Bank.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Big 3rd down here for the Tiger defense. They're trying to keep Calvary from coming back in this one. Tigers leading Calvary 24-14. Price has got a lone running back there. Now they've brought the 2 receivers to each side closer to the line of scrimmage. Price steps up, and he's going to run it. The ball comes out, and a Calvary lineman will fall on it at the 25, but they're going to be short of the line to gain. Big guy was Johnny on the spot to fall on it, but the Cavaliers are going to have to punt this football away.
That Calvary quarterback has taken some shots.
Yeah, he took a shot right there.
Yeah,
he got up slow, and he
first quarter was rough. They settled in the second, and then this third quarter, that was a big shot right there on the sophomore quarterback for Calvary.
Last time they were down in this deal, we had a punt go over.
Yeah, that's one of those
Ty
things.
Knight's head.
The snapper's hands sweat a little bit right here on this snap. He handled it well.
Snap, but he handled it well. This one is going to be fair caught. No, as Newbill backs away from it. And they're going to down it at the 44-yard line. So Robert likes to say, Peter, Peter, Peter. And for the first time, I know I didn't play much special teams in high school, right? The whole Peter thing. So I took your word for it. But I heard it on the SEC Network this week. They were talking over something like that. Yep. And I didn't know if it was.
Did you ever do the history on the word? Why we use Peter?
No, I was always told by Joe Coates, we ain't fielding the punt.
And also, we were told that bad punt hit a man. Oh, you got to love it.
What do you know?
I hope Coach is listening to watching the game.
I know.
The origin of the Peter call?
I don't. I've got to study that. But we always use it, too. And
it's
why.
Throughout football.
Right, why that works.
Robinson's still in there. He's leveled out. That's a late hit, but he's got the ball out to Roberson on the far sideline, and they got a first down. As no flag on the play, but Roberson here on the Creed and Creed replay, well, it might not have been quite late, but he took a shot and delivered the football on time, and they've crossed the 50 down to the 42. Roberson gets the handoff, nothing there on that left side. They're going to be no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
There's probably some really awful punter somewhere named Peter.
Got a man down for Calvary.
I'm going to do some research on that, guys.
Hey, look, next time you come up, Coach, we're gonna test you.
We've always used it. I don't know.
All right, well, we do have an injured Calvary, and it looks like a cramp. That's what they're treating him for. I don't have the number on the young man that's down.
I think it's number 50 maybe, but I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I want to say last year I think, and I was a part of it as well, fussed it a good bit at our Neville fans for not showing up to some football games.
Yeah.
These first 2 weeks they've shown up. Had a great crowd again here tonight. And that's great to see, and hopefully they'll keep showing up. And I heard some chatter this week about, hey, we got to be more vocal in the stand. We'd always like to see that.
Yeah, that's right.
But, I think the bigger the games get, more people will get into the ball game. It's just the nature of the game.
The crowds have been good.
They have. They've been showing up. That's
great.
And
last week I was saying, well, they're coming here to watch Pop Houston. He had all the talk, and you got Pop and Parker, two great quarterbacks in the state. But this week they showed up too, and that's great to see.
Well, we had the cheerleaders here tonight, the little ones from Lexington.
That's right.
And that helps.
That always helps. That was the injured man was Jacob Tibbett, number 50, and he was helped off. So we hope that he's going to be okay. But we restart 2nd and 10, and I got a note from Bob Brown about the punt call situation. I'll share with you here. And
that's a good source of information.
Roberson is motioned out of the backfield, but Robinson, Parker sees Zaylen Young on that far sideline, throws a dart. Zaylen goes up and gets it, and it's going to be 3rd down and short. 3rd down and about 3 for the Tigers from the Calvary 35. He said Coach Brown used to say, get away right when it hit the punter's left foot. Like it was just get away. And thanks, Bob. Always watching and listening to us.
We talked last week about getting J-Rob out on the edge a little bit. Would love to see him get outside with the football, but there he goes.
There he goes up the
We got a hold. Got a hold.
There's a flag on that far sideline, right around the 34-yard line.
Left tackle.
Left tackle.
That's going to be most likely come back, but you called it, Coach. Roberson gets loose.
Yeah, he bounced that to the outside off the inside zone blocking scheme right there. And he did that last week as well, which is great vision on his part.
Well, and that's the good thing about the zone running game. If you have a running back that has great vision and great feet, to be able to bounce the ball outside or cut the ball back and fill the soft spot.
Yeah, when we learned that play, that it was coached a lot as a turkey foot play because it could go either one of three ways. Right up the gut or maybe right or left, and all of those are okay.
It's not like the old 36, where you go to the 6 hole. You got the whole field.
Well, the penalty is going to back it up to the 45-yard line, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 13 now. Robinson drops back to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he makes a man miss at the 40 and then slides down before he takes a little shot at the 40, or that's like the 39-yard line, rather.
All right, you got a great defense. You keep your guys on the field, or you punt them deep right here.
You're 4th and 7 here.
2 points ahead right here with a great D.
Yep, going for it. Because if you punt it out the end zone, if they get it on the 20, it's a 19-yard net punt.
All right, 4th down. Tiger fans looking to see what happens. Watching intently down there as
I'm
4th and 7 call.
I'm looking for Zeeland right here, one-on-one. At least
top
get the
of your
pass
screen.
interference. Yep.
5 on the play clock. Robinson snaps.
That's where we're going.
Looks. Deep ball. Zeeland's got a step, and he's got the ball, and he's caught it at the 5-yard line. He high-pointed that one, and nothing you can do with the 6'5 receiver right there. And the Tigers have entered the J. Papa's red zone, have it 1st and goal from the 5.
They had no safety help over the top, and Zeeland's an automatic mismatch. He's 6'4", 6'5", and did a great job high-pointing the football there on 4th down.
And a nice throw by Parker.
Yeah, heck of a throw.
Obviously great recognition, a great throw, and good catch.
They give it to Blackston. Not much room on the right side. Maybe got about a 1-yard gain.
Again, what you find down here,
they say no gain on the 5.
And that zone blocking scheme goes backwards, and even safeties down here.
They're coming down. They don't have anything to defend.
Yeah, they get an extra hat on us sometimes in the inside zone play.
They're going to do a quick toss out to Blackston, and the Calvary has that read well. It looks like they're going to lose a yard on that one. Now 3rd and goal from the 6 here, and the Tigers would love to see another 6 points on the board here. Potentially make this a 3-score game.
Right here is where you want to line up, and you want to pull your guard and your tackle, and block down and power the ball in the end zone. But now it's 3rd down. I'm looking out for mismatches.
Malt Sledge comes across, and they were riding. That's going to be interference as Mason Hart was just getting ridden down around the goal line. Or was that Zeeland?
Zeeland.
That was Zeeland. Okay, yeah. I saw him go down.
Well, they had him covered up so much you couldn't see him.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, I thought they were dragging the tight end, but I saw Mason in the back. Let's see what the official has to say.
Defensive pass interference. You got illegal lineman downfield. There's an offset when you play down.
Okay, well, ineligible lineman downfield. Let's see who that might have been. Yeah, I think Van released a little bit late or a little bit early.
Well, he's in the black back there.
Yeah, he's way downfield.
He was looking for that second level.
Yeah.
All right, 24-14 is our score. The Tigers have it. 3rd and goal now from the 6. Tigers trying to punch it in.
I know he's going to like to look to Z down here, but he may have a little back shoulder down here. We'll see how it plays out, what that underneath defender does.
Play action. They've got Z. Nice little quick look in, and the Tigers have tacked on 6 more.
Yep.
Zaylen Young with the catch.
Yeah. I don't know if that was an RPO. The safety came down and threw it right behind him.
Yeah, and you saw that at the snap, the safety came down, and he came to try to stop the run, and Parker threw it right behind his ear, and
really
great catch right there. Yep.
All right, Tigers extend their lead 30-14 as we await the extra point. That touchdown brought to you by a good friend, Chris Lewis,
right,
at the Coney Island Connection.
Yes, so I can see Davis come off the field.
Well, let's not
let's put the cart in front of the horse.
Come on now, here we go. All right, here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick,
nothing to it,
is good. Minute 26 to go. Tigers 31, Cavaliers 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football.
At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
Well, that got the fans excited here as the Tigers take it 56 yards in 9 plays, took 3:34 off the clock. Pretty balanced drive, 4 on the ground, 5 in the air as Sorrell's kick sails into the end zone for a touchback. That scoring drive summary brought to you by NetTech Managed IT Services. All right, our school board member, Jennifer Hainline, found out, according to Bill Belichick, the term Peter means don't play with it. So
get away from
it. So it's
Peter,
all,
Peter,
there
Peter.
You go. Well, thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah, good info.
Yep.
And with 1:26 left in the third, we're at 9:10.
I'm going to ask Jake Martin if he knows. He's the sports guru.
Yeah, ask Jake Martin if he knows.
We had a Facebook.
You know
we had a
why
Facebook link.
You yell Peter, Peter, Peter when the punt goes off? He does not know.
I bet
got some research.
That's an award-winning
award-winning journalist.
All right, here's Price running for his life, and he converged on him. Is that Fobbs? Is that 90 or Fobbs? That's 90. Yeah.
We're lucky
that's
that
James Johnson, who we've called his number a few times.
Lucky we didn't get a targeting call right there. I was worried that, and it's tough on the defender because the quarterback slid and he had already leaned forward.
It's real tough when the ball carrier goes down.
Yeah.
His headgear goes down.
Yep.
As he's fall, that's tough. But good job by our D-line.
Gain of just about 3. 2nd down and 7 now for the Cavs. They're going to the air again, and
great play.
Smith, nice job as they were looking. I believe that was Miles, and Smith was over there and came across and was able to swat that football away.
Really good positioning by our corner right there. He ran the route with him and then broke on the ball and got there just as the ball got there, avoiding pass interference and using his hands, being physical and knocking the ball away.
Love to see the corner use his hands all the way to the whistle.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Great job by Greg. That's exciting to see, guys.
Yeah.
Another 3rd down. I'm going to get Andy down there. I know he's got some third down. You got the third down conversions calculating over there just yet? No. All right, it's coming. Baby steps. Andy, baby steps. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. Whistle blows. This one dead.
Did they go?
I think they might have gone a little early.
Delay a game. Yeah.
Oh, delay a game. Okay, well, they didn't go early enough.
Nope.
So that'll back them up 5, and 3rd and 8 became 3rd and 7 becomes 3rd and 12. The ball will be inside the 20 at the 18.
I guarantee you most quarterbacks who play all year are going to have an eyeball on number 2. He gets on the edge and knows that missile's coming off the edge.
That's right.
Well, and right there we had 2 that showed it early, and then he backed off, and then 7 came, and it confused the quarterback.
Great combination.
Yeah.
Single back next to Price. He's back
Reed
to throw, and here
comes Reed.
And they dump it off to the running back, and he's going to have the first down and a little bit more as he's out across the 50, still on his feet, across the 45, and Price was about to get bottled up, but he gets it out to Miles, and he's in the Tiger territory at the Neville 44.
Yeah, great job by the quarterback right there, avoiding the rush. Jaden Reed was right there. I thought he was going to make the sack, and the quarterback just, flicked it to the running back. Yeah.
Hey, I'd hate to have to tackle Miles out there in the open field, man. That's
a wide
big
load.
guy.
He's a load.
1st and 10 Calvary. Price delayed handoff to Miles, and
ball came
out. And let's see if it came right back to him. As Miles recovers his own fumble. He's going to have a 1-yard gain on 1st down. Miles is, I don't have, let's see what they say Miles is. 5'4", 190. He's low center of gravity, 5'4", 190. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of the Taco Bandito 3rd quarter. Our score after 3, Neville 31, Calvary 14. We'll be back in 1 minute with the 4th quarter. Stay with us.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
When hunger hits, head to Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe. Whether it's burgers hot off the grill, crispy tots, or a classic cherry limeade, Sonic has the flavor you love. Fast, fresh, and made just the way you like it. And Sonic is proud to continue their support of Neville High School, standing behind our Tigers both on and off the field. So swing by Sonic on North 18th Street today, where great food and community spirit come together. Welcome back to this Family Solutions broadcast booth. We'd like to thank Coach Mickey McCarty for coming and joining us here in the booth as Price goes downfield and a flag coming in, and that time defensive back didn't turn around, but it's still just because you don't turn around doesn't.
Well, but that's what you got to make a play on the ball. He could have gotten away with it, in my opinion, right here.
That was Reed as he was step for step with the intended receivers, but he turns around, and that's 11. Yeah, that's Smith. But
he gets away with that if he turns and looks for the ball, and he may even intercept it.
Yep. And after the step off, it's going to put the ball at the Neville, the 28-yard line. So a 1st down for Calvary. But once again, thanks to Coach Mickey McCarty for joining us up here in the 3rd quarter, man. That's some good stuff.
Yep.
And
he knows what it's like to be on that sideline.
Yes, he does.
Making big calls.
Yes, he does. Okay. Price is going to hand it off to, that's number 1 who's getting a carry. There's Hugland. Is in the backfield. I think that is
Juju.
Juju Burns on the tackle. So Zarian Miles might be a little tired. He's getting a lot of carries, but now Jason, is that one or no? That's 4 back in there in the backfield.
That's 1.
That is 1 in the backfield, and they finally get Price as he was trying to find some room in that pocket, and a bunch of Tigers converged on him. Let's see this on the
big hit right here on the quarterback.
Let's see, Price goes down. Malik Grayson from behind, I believe, came and got him. Or no, that was Malik and Jacoby Collins, or Dante Matthews, rather, number 40 was in on that. So 3rd down and 15 after the sack and loss. Clock running, 10:39 to go here in this 4th quarter.
They got 6 seconds to get it snapped on the play clock. 3.
They're still not set.
1, they got it off.
Well, they throw the flag. It was
pretty quick.
Quick flag.
It got to 0.
But it got to 0, and it had a late sub coming on. And so that's going to back them up even more. So 3rd and 15 becomes 3rd and 20. Ball now at the Neville 38. Ryan Flemister confirmed the Peter definition.
Good source.
Yeah. Flea. The one and only. Price looking downfield, nobody there, and it's almost intercepted. Stephen Hanlon was the only man that could have caught that ball, and he got kind of twisted around and couldn't come up with it, but that's going to make it 4th down and 20. And at this point, at this stage in this game and at this part of the field, you think Calvary's just going to take maybe another shot and see what they can do. Hadn't really been able to get sustained drives going against this Tiger defense. The only sustained drive ended in a turnover,
right?
I believe.
Yep. And one big play right before half that put points on the board.
And a pick six.
Yep.
So 4th and 20. Miles is back in the backfield, and now a timeout is called. That's Calvary's 2nd timeout. Calvary trails Neville 31-14. We got 10:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. We're glad you're with us here on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunday 98.3. Listen to this 30-second commercial. We'll be back on the other side. Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh, made-to-order sub or a hot, cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers. Good looking Coach Collins there on the sidelines. It's always nice to see Coach Collins smiling. Every now and again you get one on the sidelines. But, hey, look, as we come back out of this timeout before this 4th down play, I'd like to just say a good word of thanks to Jay Traylor and all the help that he's provided us for the past few years. He's decided to get back in the stands. Let's say a little bit more after this 4th down play. Price looking to throw. The Tigers bring an extra man, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Price escaped the pressure and just couldn't hook up with his intended receiver. I believe that was Powell down there, and the Tigers will take over on downs at the 38. But Jay Traylor was with us for the past few years and helped out with the stats, traveled with us everywhere. His work, travels a lot, and he's really wanted to get back down and enjoy the games back in the stands. And but we thank him for his time with us here, and hopefully, he said he's going to fill in for in the future. We look forward to that, but we really appreciate Jay and what not only what he does for us, but what he does for Neville High School. So thanks, Jay. Okay, Parker's still in there. Blackston, the lone back to his right. The Tigers split 3 receivers wide, and they give it to Blackston, and he's tripped up after a nice gain on 1st down out to the 44-yard line. gain of 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers.
Yeah, good run right there on 1st down. Staying ahead of the chains, and still got Parker out there with 9:52 left.
Drew Rutledge. Now, we talked about him earlier coming in at center. And they turn, hand it to Blackston. Blackston spins out of his initial tackle, and a little extra effort might get him that 1st down. It looks like it, according to the far side judge, and he will. A sonic drive-in on North 18th Street. 1st down for Jalen Blackston. The 48-yard line. The Tigers will probably try to milk this clock a little bit. I think you're going to get some heavy doses of 22 and 3 here, up 31-14.
Yep. Milk the clock, run the football.
Blackston again, running room up the middle. Out across the 50 to the 44-yard line. So gain of 8. We'll make it 2nd and 2 now for Neville. And, Coach McCarty mentioned it there as we opened that 3rd quarter. A couple of hands on hips there for the Calvary defense, and it's starting to show a little bit here as we enter the 4th quarter. But still got a lot of fight in them. Don't get me wrong. And they give it to Blackston, and there you go. They fire off, trying to rip for the football. Jalen's gonna lose a yard. Or Jarvis. I keep saying Jalen. It's Jarvis. I apologize.
We called Jalen Nichols a lot.
Yeah, last year. And but Jarvis, and I'm notorious for screwing up names. I did it on Tiger Talk. Again, I called the same guy, him and his twin's name. I was talking with Joshua Boss and Jacob, who's injured and helping out with the film stuff. And Jacob came to my house last night for the senior dinner, and I thought it was Joshua. I was like, these identical twins. As we got a completion out and a nice little run after catch to get the yardage needed for a 1st down is Desi Bird, and we saw that a lot last week. As that's another cramp, as I believe that's number 39 for that's Trip Bachman. Another cramp, and then J.D. Donovan out there, to first man on the scene to help him out. So an injury timeout. So we got a little injury timeout on the.
Hey, it's Misty Hodge with the Hodge Baruki Group, coming live to you from Bill Ruple Stadium. In real estate, just like in football, you need a winning game plan. And at the Hodge Baruki Group, we call the plays that get you to the goal line. Buying, selling, or dreaming, let me help you score your home this season. Go Tigers!
Taco Bandito. I cook it and service it speedo at Taco Bandito.
Taco Bandito on Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and Warren Drive at Cypress Street in West Monroe.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Glad you've joined us here as the young man Trip Bachman. Human night here. You start seeing some of these Cavaliers cramp up a little bit. The Tigers, that nice catch and run from Desi Bird, have a 1st down at the Calvary 41-yard line. And Robert, it's a game that was tied up at halftime, 7-7. After that late score, and then started off the second half with a pick 6, made it 14-7 Calvary. But since then, the Tigers have rattled off 24 unanswered points and made this a 17-point advantage.
Yeah, started out a little slow offensively, playing a sophomore quarterback and a freshman quarterback. Both of them got great reps.
Yes.
Teaching moments for both, and both had good reps.
Robinson looking to throw. He's got Sledge and just out of the reach. Sledge had a step on his defender.
If I'm not mistaken, too, I think we've scored on every possession since Parker's come in.
I think we have, as we got a Van. Looks like he got rough, he did a good job of protecting that backside, and then they move away from it. But I think he might have got a hand somewhere where you don't want a hand. And but he's shaking it off. 2nd and 10. Parker looking for the call.
Got to hurry.
All right, here's the snap. They're going to hand it to Blackston, and a tough run out across the 35. They're going to say the 34-yard line.
Yeah, good tough run right there on, 2nd and long. Let you operate your offense at 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 is a lot easier to operate than 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. So this is going to bring up 3rd and 3.5, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 for the Tigers, and they're getting clocked. They're going to have to run a play here, but this will probably be the last play before the hydration timeout. And the snap actually is picked up by Jalen Blackston, and he's running, and he's still on his feet. He's fighting for yardage. The sophomore running back makes something out of nothing. He's down at the 34-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3. But I don't know what happened on that exchange.
Yeah, I think the snap was low and right. I'm not 100% on that. But knowing that there's going to be a bad snap from time to time.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
You got to become a shortstop back there. I said it last week. You got to expect the bad snap to happen.
All right, 4th and 3. The Tigers going for it. They go play action, and they've got their man. That's Zeeland Young, and he's slammed down at the 4. It's going to be down. I mean, that's at the 9, and then that might be a horse collar as the flag comes in from the near sideline. But a nice job at quick slant, and Parker was on the money, and Zeeland with a nice run after the catch.
Glad to see Zeeland get up from that. That was a vicious, sling down. I don't know if he had him by the back of the shoulder pad. Like you said, we'll see it here on the replay. But great catch. Stiff armed him right here, and he had him. Had him by the horse collar.
Yeah, and it came down on his face. Right there. But they called the horse collar tackle. That'll give him some extra yards. We'll tell you more about it as we've reached the final hydration timeout of the evening. 5:55 to go. Neville 31, Calvary 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football. Stay with us.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
As we come back, the Tigers have entered the J. Papa's red zone on that big throw and catch from Robinson to Zaylen Young. And they have it 1st and goal from the 5. It might be the 4. 1st and goal from the 4, we'll call it. That's Roberson in the backfield. They're going to go play action, and man, that's right in the pocket. That's number, is that 20?
Yeah, that's the freshman.
That's the freshman. Yeah, DeAndre Schnedt. They were trying to get him a touchdown and can't come up with it. So 2nd and goal now from the 4. Ran a nice route.
Yeah, you got to flatten it out just a little bit. He got a little depth, and the ball was behind him just a touch. Almost made a great catch.
They're going to give it to Roberson here, and he's in for the score from 4 yards out. Just followed his blockers into that end zone, and the Tigers have tacked on 6 more. Touchdown brought to you by Chris Lewis and the Coney Island Connection.
Yeah, nice drive right there. And, Parker didn't start this football game because of a bum ankle. And as we were talking earlier on this drive, the freshman and sophomore quarterbacks did a good job. We just couldn't get going. Parker came in, gave us a spark, and now we're up 37-14 with 5:46 left. Well, pretty much got this one in the bag.
You know that Parker's the starting quarterback, and that gives that kind of maybe gives the team confidence that he's out there.
That's right.
And as we have a late addition to the swinging gate. Who's that coming in back there? Yeah, Doobie on the right side.
We weren't set.
And we weren't set. So we're going to back up 5 yards. Scoring drive summary brought to you by NetTech Managed IT Services. Went 62 yards in 4 minutes and 33 seconds. 11 plays, 62 yards. False start against the whole right side. That was pretty good. 7 rushes, 4 passes, and it was capped off by a 4-yard Jamarian Roberson touchdown run. All right, now the tee is placed at the 15-yard line. Here's Rex Parker for the point after. There's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Tigers tack on 7 more, 38-14. They lead Calvary with 5:46 remaining in this one. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we're focusing on showing people that every act of kindness fuels a movement to touch lives in unexpected, meaningful ways. Your gift allows the Tarver Braddock Foundation to continue turning loss into love, one act at a time.
Thanks to our generous donors, we're able to honor Tarver's spirit by meeting needs wherever they appear through random acts of kindness. To learn more about our mission and consider giving, visit TarverBraddockFoundation.com.
All right, welcome back. Band fired up, students fired up as Sorrell puts another one in the end zone. Touchback, but we were trying to find it. Is that Haynes? No. All right, anyway, we can't. We're trying to figure out who's waving at us up here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Hey, and King Dawson's in here with us, freshman in here, and you getting the hang of that replay system in there? New? Yes, doing good. All right, we
hadn't missed. I don't think we missed one tonight.
No,
he's 100%, right?
Yeah, and Michelle Conway and Sean Hollister's in there. There on the left, we got Vaughn Wetzel on with the on-field camera. Vaughn's been with us a little while.
They just had 12 men on the field.
Janae Honor is running she's moved up. She's running the scoreboard here at Bill Ruple Stadium. Her sister Rice is on our 40-yard camera, and Cannon Talbot up in the high middle. So we appreciate all their hard work for the Neville Tiger Network. We got a flag here. As they have.
Yeah, they had 12 men.
12 men.
I just don't know what they have to discuss after a penalty like that.
Here we go.
False start.
They call the false start. Maybe that just.
Yeah, well, they had 12 also.
Price. Now they blow everything in play here. That's still Price back there? I believe so. Pulls it down.
No, it is not.
That's 14 as we've got that's going to be David Amos is a junior, 6 foot, 180-pound junior, and he goes play action and has it complete for 8 yards on his first action. 2nd down and 2 now for Calvary. Clock running, should be running. Yeah, it is. 5:18 remaining in this one. Calvary trails by 24. They're going to turn, hand it to a big back. That's number 2. We've called his number a little bit, Delancey Street. I mean, a sophomore, 6 foot, 195 back.
Yeah, good-looking kid. He runs hard.
He gets enough for the first down. Ball's at the Calvary 32, 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Amos is going to run it himself. That's the new quarterback. He's going to push forward for a couple. They're going to call it 3, 2nd down and 7 now. for the Cavaliers. You know, Price, the sophomore, had a long night.
Yeah.
With the pressure. He was getting hit.
And
sacked a few times, played hard, and threw some nice balls. And but here, down 24, looks like the Cavaliers are going to just keep it on the ground here, as that's Delancey Street with the carry. Another first down out to the 44-yard line. Will go Calvary. Across the 4-minute mark here at Bill Ruple Stadium. They give it to Street again, and he is wrapped up by big number 72, Josiah Smith, a sophomore defensive tackle, as we're starting to see a few new players in there for this Tiger defense.
Yeah, 72, he's a plugger, man. He's a big guy, and he gobbled the running back up right there.
Josh Bias, one of the seniors, is in there on the defensive line. Is that full? Let's see who that far defensive lineman is over there. We'll try to get some stuff for you. Amos on 2nd and 10. He's going to hand it off to Street again. He plows forward for about 4 or 5 yards. 3rd down and 5 now. So that was 94 over there is Braden Jackson, a junior. Let's see. I think that's Eli Aaron in there, number 10.
I think
made the tackle on that last play.
Benjamin Burkett came in at defensive tackle also.
Benjamin Burkett getting a little action. We'll try to get the backfield for you here. On 3rd and 5, Amos is going to throw it out to 17. He's got it complete. Receiver Powell is across the 50 into Tiger territory out to the Neville 42-yard line as they keep switching out some players. Aaron comes out. Let's see, 14. That's Oliver Civils back in there in that backfield. I think I see number 21. Is that 21? Yeah, it's Jaden Manning, number 21 on that far corner. Amos, play action, and that's Benjamin Burkett with the strip sack, and they recover the fumble. Burkett with the strip, and that's Braden Jackson with the recovery. And the Tigers are going to mob Burkett right
awesome.
there.
That is awesome.
What a moment for that young man. You know, you talk about a squad guy right there. He gets in there and makes a play. He gets the turnover fireball treatment there on the big board. So the Tiger offense comes back in, and we see a couple of new faces back there. That's going to be Williams again in there at quarterback. No, the running back, that might be Caston. That is Caston. They're on that right side. We're going to turn and hand it to Trey. And he plows forward for a nice gain of about 5 on 1st down. And a lot of new faces. Let's see who we got in here. I think that's Walker Dean on the near side. That is 88. You got 81 out there, Cameron Rogers. And there's Ajalani out on the receivers. That's 63 on the line I'm seeing. Yeah, Aiden Vaughn, a sophomore.
We got 63, 69, 74.
Jeremiah Smith is that, as Caston has the sonic drive in on North 18th Street, 1st down.
And 74
and 55. That's Corey Van Buren, 74. 55 is Jonte Lee, and 55 comes out as well as 74.
Now
you got 87. That's Luke Woods playing tight end.
You got 63, 57, 65, 71.
57, that's Destin Washington.
And
Nehemiah Thompson is 71. Wow, there's a lot of new faces. Caston again. He's tackled from behind. A little pancake block out there from number 51. That's Tristan Ross. Was that 51? I think it was. No, it's not. Well, it might be. That's going to be it. We've reached 20 seconds remaining and
57.
Yeah, 57. Sorry. Okay, 57. That's Destin Washington. Well, folks, after a interesting first half, the Tigers storm back in the second half, score 31 unanswered points to win this one 38-14. And as we await our post-game talk with Coach Mike Collins as we enter into the Jim Taylor Auto Group post-game, and this is the world's shortest first post-game on a high school broadcast. But Robert, your thoughts here on this one?
Yeah, got the win. Started out a little slow, played a lot of different guys tonight. Parker came in, gave us a spark. The two young quarterbacks did a good job. A lot of teaching moments for both of them. I thought our defense played exceptionally well. Gave up one big play all night. So good job to this Neville Tiger team and on to next week.
I think Jason has Coach Collins. Jason, take it away.
Coach, from 7-7 at half to 38-14, and you got a lot of players in there at the end of the game, and Burkett with the strip sack to finish it. How awesome is that?
It's great. He works so hard every day. We moved him over to the defensive line, and he just plays so hard, and he just loves to play. It doesn't matter. He said, "Coach, I'll do anything I need to do to help the team," and that's the great thing about him. And obviously, we got a bunch of guys like him, but proud of our guys. It was a slow start, and look. You lose a really, really good quarterback, and we don't play in the first half, and go ahead and make the change at halftime. We just weren't getting the ball out fast enough, and it's a freshman, it's a sophomore out there, so it's those kind of things are going to happen. The speed of the game changes tremendously for those guys compared to what they're used to.
But it's also valuable reps for a freshman and a sophomore.
100%. And, we'd hope that we would have got them in, more at the end in one of these kind of games, instead of the beginning of the game. So, look, I'm proud of our guys. We just kept fighting and fought, and halftime was it. And then we get behind 14-7. We just come right back and score it. And, it's just evident that Parker's really our go-to guy, and we just got to continue to try to get him healthy.
Yep. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, Jason. Marion State Bank sideline report and Coach Mike Collins on a nice win here. Tigers moved to 2-0, 38-14 over the Calvary Cavaliers, and we're compiling those post-game stats. Tigers, we got to go on the road next week. Hattiesburg, road trips, back-to-back weeks. We'll see what they can improve on from week 2 to week 3. What do you think the Tigers need to focus on this week?
Well, definitely had improvement in special teams this week from last week, and I thought our secondary played a lot better this week as well. Defense overall, another great performance. Offensively, it was tough because we started out slow, but as Coach Collins said, we're playing a freshman quarterback and a sophomore quarterback. They got valuable reps in a meaningful game. Parker came in, did a great job. I thought our offensive line started out slow and got better as the game went on. Hopefully they can continue to improve throughout each game, and we've got a big one next week in Oak Grove, Mississippi.
Yep.
They're a powerhouse in Mississippi. A lot of great athletes come out of there through the years, and expecting them to have a very good team.
Yep, it's going to be an exciting one. You can catch it right here on the Neville Tiger Network and Sunny 98.3. All right, final stats presented by NetTech Managed IT Services. Parker Robinson finished 8 of 14 for 143 yards and a couple of scores as he came in the second half and helped put this game away. Total yards for the Tigers, 403 at 250 through the air, 153 on the ground. And comparably, Calvary Baptist, 228 total yards, 200 through the air, only 28 rushing yards allowed by this defense. A couple of big plays. That was it. Their only scores were the long touchdown 60-yard, 58-yard touchdown at the end of the first half, and a pick six there on one of the younger quarterbacks at the beginning of the third quarter. Let's see, Blackston was a leading rusher, finished with 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, it was Zaylen Young, 8 catches, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It was a big night for Zaylen. He had a good, not to say you can't call it a breakout game, but he really got the job done. Price for Calvary finished 10 of 23 for 183 yards with that long 58-yard and that one score. So second half, Tigers unleashed it and stepped away, like we said, 31 unanswered, and they win this one 38-14. So for everybody, and Justin back in the Sunday 98 studios, and Will Anders, who's fought through today and did a great job with the production here on the Neville Tiger Network. Our sideline reporter, Jason Ewing, my color commentator, Robert Lane. I am Stewart Shelby saying goodnight from Bill Ruple Stadium. Tigers win 38-14.
Go Tigers.